Over 26.
This is
the Baga Podcast.
This is the Brunch Club.
Over 26.
welcome back to
The mics are cool.
Now, when you watch it, you'll understand.
What up? My name is Chaxy, the mastermind, your main guy, the Lord Chaxy, the Brew from Mariah is around,
What
the
up?
Amazing Mwass is around,
What's up?
Meg is around, the whole gang is around, episode 308, we are
my check.
and because that's saying OGA OBINNA is back!
Top is in the building.
Bald
Yeah,
man.
what's up, everybody? Your bald man is in the building.
Oga without the top.
How long did you wait? You really waited to say that?
I know.
Yeah, Oga without the top. That's bad.
Nikiocho Obinna show you skill me to me.
No, that one I'm gonna use.
It's a guarantee for sure.
Hata singoje Monday.
Yeah, what's up,
Monday?
Oga
without the top.
Nikia Gari unasikia, what's up, everybody? Oga without the top in the building. Yeah.
Man.
That's fine, man.
Yeah.
I missed you guys, man.
Yes,
We missed you,
same
bro.
as it.
I was like, when am I being called back?
CV alituma.
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 It was not impressive, though.
Alinitumia 7 links za YouTube. Na zote ziko successful channels. But Obinna tulielewana, any Tuesday una pull up.
Wallahi.
Hakuna it is do it.
No, shida ni Tuesday milk wa autopilot. Like today, you see my eyes. Like I'm here to sleep from yesterday because Monday we shot a lot of guests. Then I got home early morning. I had meetings from morning. Then Chaxy is like, what? At 4? I'm like, 4? Yo, 4 niko meeting huko banners kwa industrial areas. Out nikambia, let's try 6. So I've not even managed to go back home. But we is here. You know, this is the only podcast that I get to talk freely.
True.
And I get judged minimally.
We
On
try.
my podcast, Katu kidogo. Hey, Obinna, why would you? That is so rude. That is so insensitive. I'm just like, nyie munanga watu wanasema mko insensitive?
I think initially walikuwa and then
Wakazoea.
So squeeze.
They fell in line.
You make them fall in line. Cause sasa sisi hatu change. We won't change who we are here. But we have a beautiful community. Shout out to all of them.
Shout out.
Yeah.
Man.
Talking of communities, you are fired.
Huh?
You.
Yeah, Mariah is fired from ActCheck.
Why is she fired?
Thank you.
See, there's normally a reason. You don't just fire people without a reason.
So we agreed that everyone had to bring a dick today on the show. Mwass showed his earlier on. Aya, Obinna, you're next.
Oh, is that why you brought Obinna?
Well, I'm not gonna disappoint you, brother. I got you.
Okay.
So Mwass done did it. So it's me for you, eh?
Yes.
I do it for you.
On my
Allah.
behalf.
Wait.
Why you already fired?
Umeogopa juu hauna. Umeogopa juu haujazoea kuona. Because you've been chilling here with some shoulders.
Both the 3 of them. Yeah, Havana.
Okay, well, I wanted to. Mariah's refused. So, well, I guess we are fired.
Well,
Both
yeah.
of us. But mimi nimekam nayo. Venye tu amesema nisi nini.
Anaogopa
And you know
kushtuka.
she's the queen, so well.
Yeah. Well, anyway, hiyo ilikuwa tu joke. So apparently, because I've not done episode zako za jana, you fired someone on live TV.
No.
Yes,
Sasa
you
no,
did.
kwani
Sasa
okay.
you are caught in 8K.
Yes, you did.
Hiyo ni AI.
No.
Ai, bwana.
Yes,
Hii
you
ndio sababu
did.
cyber crimes
Waongea cybercrimes bill,
No,
utaletewa
you
labor
did.
bit.
Let me explain what happened.
Okay.
So I'm seated down with Gaucho. We are starting the show. So I'm doing my intro. So my team is there, camera 1, 2, 3, DOP, sound guy, and I think there was one more person. So behind Gaucho in this couch, because the camera was on me, I see some dude just walks in and then starts plugging his phone on the extension that is behind this seat.
Okay.
This seat normally has a pattern that gives the backlight, that gives the blue and the purple feel, so to give the depth in the camera. So I'm talking in this, but I'm seeing movement here.
Yeah.
Because I can see it on the side of my head, and I'm like, who's... So I
Anacharge
look,
simu. Charge
yeah,
your phone.
ameinama anafanya kitu. Someone I've never seen in the team or in the organization before.
Okay.
So in my head, I'm like, wait, I'm like, who's this? I'm like, hey, what are you doing? No, then I realized what he's doing. I'm like, yo, we don't do that here. Please. I'm like, yo, Munez. Munez is not at his station. His station is at the door because normally when you started the show, people would walk in because it's a restaurant. So he's there to regulate the traffic. When people come, it's like, no, we are shooting. Let's keep it down, kidogo. So he keeps the order for the movement people get in the set. So this guy walked on the set when you've already started the show. Then the next thing I think, where's my production manager? Because this is the work of the production manager to check the set, who's in the set, the DOP is rolling, the cameraman. So we started this show, the production manager is not around.
So he was there prior.
He was there. He's always there every Monday.
Yeah.
So whose responsibility is it to put the set on check? It's not my responsibility. I'm just a host on the show. But now I've lost my trail of thought because I'm seeing movement and I'm like, okay, then the person is plugging things and everything. And on that extension, we've plugged other things that are going to the lights and everything. This stuff are expensive and sensitive. Then I don't know this guy. I'm like, yo. So I was like, okay, I think my production manager is just fired because clearly we don't need you. So we either get someone better or since you're already flying without you. But I did not have that conversation with him after or even during, and that thing just passed. I just said it as a by the way. I didn't mean he's fired, but it was just to keep them. But I still didn't see the guy through the episode.
So he didn't show up yesterday?
No, he was around. But he was busy handling his own things that are not associated with the company. So I felt disappointed. I felt confused. I felt, and when such things happen, especially when the public eye, we have moments of misjudgment. And we are emotional beings. I'm a human being. So I will react. I'm like, hey, yo, then this is my baby. It's like right now someone messes up with CHEQUE Podcast. You guys will go like, hey, this is your baby. You feel like this is your... So that's the way I felt on that moment.
And that person was a complete stranger?
Complete stranger.
That's
so
crazy.
later I realized he had come with Gaucho.
So Gaucho was right there. He didn't say anything.
He knew Gaucho was coming for the interview, so he came. Those
Okay.
guys.
Gotcha.
So he was like, oh, Gaucho's going to be there, so let me also pull up. So I didn't know him, but he knew of me.
Okay.
So after the show is now when he introduced himself, oh, mi nakwanga hivi, natoka. He comes from Jacaranda. I was just like, oh, okay, wow. So whatever had happened. Then the disadvantage of my show, it's a live show. So anything that happens goes. And that is what people pick. So for all the shows I did yesterday, that is what most people pick. I'm like, we had beautiful shows. We had Chude Genje. We had Gaucho talking about ODM. We had... we are talking about the cyber crimes bill.
So Gaucho is talking about ODM as who?
As a member. He's a life member.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Then also we had Reverend Natasha with her husband, which was beautiful. We had 20,000 people watching us at 3 a.m. in the morning.
Put us in touch with Natasha.
I will.
Yeah.
So we had 20,000 people watching us at 3 o'clock in the morning, but nobody would talk about all that. People just remember when the horse threw them off. So all those shows is just like, oh, Obinna, how would you? I'm like, because you didn't see it from my perspective, but you're judging me from your perspective.
And on
which
X,
is cool because
on X they say you are... So not just as X kuna ile narrative. Wanasemanga you are rude to... What is it called? Wanasemanga you are rude to specific guests and to...
People who you feel are beneath you.
You iko too sour. You iko too sour.
Sasa nasema yani sasa you've given them a new one.
Which is fine. So I got to a point where I made peace with the perception of people towards me. It's perfect. How Mwass knows me, how Mariah knows me, how you know me is very different. We might be vibing together, but one day you'll tell Mwass, Obinna, Mwass will say, no. Obinna, no.
Yeah.
But Chaxy say, oh, Obinna might have. So it is perception. It's the same way. People always feel like myself and Mariah, we have a thing. So I've smashed Mariah.
Do you have a thing?
We could. I don't know.
Okay, do you have a thing?
No, we don't, but we could.
Hey.
It's a fine thing, right?
Hello, man.
Listen.
Always leave the door open.
Why would you close it? No, but the thing is pretty huge, so well. Yeah, so...
we know. I'll come back to that.
Yeah. So it's a perception that other people have. So it's not Mariah's duty to go around telling everybody, no, me and Obinna, we're just boys. Like we're just, like me and you, we're just buddies. Someone at now, Chaxy is good. No, me and Obinna, we're just friends. No. Some people say you're my shorty.
Yeah.
Mwass.
You.
Yeah, Mwass.
You. You remember that time when you got me the cologne for my birthday?
Hey. That's what people are saying.
Yeah,
Ni demi yako.
it's the bottom.
Hey, Na mbona wewe usikwe dem yangu?
No, si wanaangalia ni nani alibai.
Utapata mtu atashika hizo dread kama ndu. Collect senke.
Pause. Where was this rumor and what are we simply scared?
For real.
Simply
It happened. Yeah, it happened. So mi utumiwa vitu mingi sana za TikTok with my PA na Munezo. Anatumianga some things I'm like, really? Then we just like,
You need
then we just
TikTok.
move. Yeah, so people always have different perceptions of people, and then someone will judge your whole life based on
A snippet.
a 1 minute thing that happens. For example, right now, you guys maybe been shooting from morning, then you're getting agitated, things are happening, maybe you've lost someone in your life, then you get up, then the sound guy says, I'm like, achana mimi, then you walk out. That part. Oh, this mic check guys, how Mariah spoke with that guy. She's very... But they don't know that either it was a joke, just bad timing and everything. We also have bad days in the office. We're just human beings. But now people conclude. But what I said is this. If you haven't associated with me personally,
Yes, whatever.
come hujaifika that close.
And you're not at
matter.
liberty to explain yourself to them.
Exactly. And then also, if I don't draw inspiration from you, or I don't want to be like you, why the hell am I listening to you?
Because when the good things are happening, wanakuanga.
Yeah, good things, people never talk about them. And then also people who haven't achieved what you want to achieve are the ones who want to tell you to do what you want to do that they haven't done. Ati Babu Owino, mbona ungefanya? I'm like,
Umefanya mara ngapi?
Wewe ni mtu wa Jeko on set,
Babu
ajue
Owino,
production.
we, hiyo Range Rover yako ungeweka yellow. Uko na Range Rover?
Na baiskeli.
Uko na Range Rover?
Lakini yellow ya mic check nakubali.
Yeah, no, uko na Range Rover? No, sina, it's fine. Yeah, so ukipata, that's
sure.
how you'll feel the
Sasa huyo wa
vibe.
yellow anakupatia reason. Anakuambia Range Rover ungeweka yellow. Then
Anakuambia mimi
No, see, I did
Papa.
my Range Rover yellow that time, and different reactions. School bus. Oh, I'm like, yeah, but I drove my kids to school with it.
Yeah.
So it's actually a school bus. But my kids get dropped in a school bus that's a Range Rover.
Oh my God.
Come on, man. I didn't do that. In fact, when I'm gutupu. So I liked it that way. And it's my... So if you haven't achieved what I want to achieve, if you don't motivate me, you don't challenge me, you don't inspire me, you're not a friend to me, you don't have access to me, I will see, but I'll choose if I'll react or I'll not react.
Am I even genuinely, if your feedback is not genuine?
Now we have critics.
There's critics,
Then we have criticism. Two different things. A critic will tell me, but Obinna, basi venye ulinyoa kidogo unajua kichwa yako ni round. Sasa jaribu. Umaintain kale ka box nini, kanafanya unakuwa fiti nini. I'm like, oh, okay. Like, umenyoa guy! Kichwa kama nduma.
Mina support you apili. Me personally.
Kichwa kama nduma. And then, now you see the one who says kichwa kama nduma. Now there are two people. There's one for kichwa kama nduma to laugh the way we've laughed. It's just for kicks na issue. Then, kuna ule wa kichwa kama nduma. Ule sasa... Yeah, so out and it's different. It's just the way if someone disses you online, it's like comedy. You know, the difference between a joke and an insult is the intention. The difference between the joke and an insult, intention. Look at you, I joke about something and we laugh. I just wanted to get the laughter, boom.
That's it.
But if my intention was to make you feel bad, stress, when in nini Mariah wewe? Mariah tukunyoe tuone yako.
No, I can't unsee it.
Oh wow! Hata singesema sasa Mariah ataniona the same. Aki guys, we've lost this one. But it's fine.
Nywele na mayanga.
Yeah, Mariah nywele itamea. Mariah, do you want to touch it?
Kipara.
Utakushika nduma.
Leo ameshika kipara ya BN, so itakuwa downgrade.
I know.
Okay.
Obviously actual kipara. But wewe uko na nini kipara?
Yeah, no, it's
I mean,
grown
kwa
back.
chini kabisa.
I even
It's
reduced
just grown.
it. No, it's grown. I even reduced it yesterday again.
Wait, so this is a look you want to maintain?
No.
Okay.
For November and December, I just want to keep it short.
Okay.
Because why not? I've had Rasta, I've had a mohawk, I had like my
Rasta,
mohawk.
when Rasta, Lin.
Yeah, I had Rasta. I'll send you a
Kitambo, we
picture.
saw.
Holla at your boy, man. Send you. I've had locks. So I've done the whole 360. So I'm starting again.
Unajua mshamba akikuja Nairobi ufanye kila kitu.
Yeah.
Ni kweli. Sasa next sasa ni udai nywele.
Umepisha
Already
miaka.
And he asha die.
Yeah.
Nisha
nasema
dye white
saizi.
nikeka nini. No, now I can't.
Why?
I'm
What's-
past that right now.
what's
I'm
the
like,
weirdest
what's the
color ushaiweka?
intention about it?
What's
Mimi
the
nimepiga
weirdest
mpaka
color?
blue. Nimepiga blue, nimepiga blonde, nimepiga maroon,
Hey,
nimepiga
red.
Okay, red.
Saizi,
white.
for baba piga orange.
No, si kama nilishanyoa Jordan.
Sasa piga.
Napiga orange kwani mimi ni gaucho.
Wait, but you were saying something that I found interesting. About when I'm talking about jokes, I could say the exact same statement.
Yes.
But if the intention is really to demean you,
Yes.
It changes everything.
It changes
Yeah.
everything. But if it's just for banter, then it's just
You see,
memes.
like now what landed Terence on Hot Soup the other day when he joked about the kisses.
Yeah.
For him, I know Terence is not a malicious guy. Then he's a comedian. Then he's a creative. So me, I could see it. Me, I saw the joke because I'm sure that's what he intended to.
Yeah.
Unless he changed, I don't know. But now how people took it as an insult.
Yeah.
But that was not the intention. But what did he do? He apologized, which was also very good.
Yeah.
But the intention behind the joke, you get. So me, I looked at it, I was like, guys have overthought about it, guys are overreacting, but well,
Whatever.
yeah.
Nani and your BFF Bolo. Hizo ni jokes sama. Hizo thank you for standing
Side by side with me,
Nyinyi
Uhuru
hamjashikanisha
Kenyatta.
Bolo.
So tuambe
Bolo ni student wa Bahati. Si anashoneanga Bahati Mangodha.
Zile matonga.
Kwani hizo matong ndio kutoka
Za Bolo
wapi?
Bespoke.
Sifundi ni mmoja.
Tong inashonango na ile material imebaki hapo. Because I'd imagine kama nilikata hivi lakini nitaitumia
Na
baadaye.
lining. Unaishona na lining. So inategemea
Material
na
nimebaki
quality.
bahana tengenezewa thong.
Yeah. So kuna times.
Umeona hizi ngoza mpya zenye
Eza?
hizi ngoza mpya zenye it's just a belt alafu iko na kapauch hapa mbele ya kurusha nini.
Miss Jona. So the belt.
Itawabai.
Hey, count me out.
So matako kwa nje.
Matako
Yeah,
kwa
unakata ghost must be crazy. Unakaa baba yasha.
Matako ni convertible.
Unakaa Salasia.
Buda. Asi.
Hiyo ukigeta an erection nini na happen?
Sina slap your pot.
inabidi
So
utoe yako
hiyo moja
kapauch.
nafanya.
It's so impractical.
I can't.
I'll find the photos alafu nitawatumia link.
Yeah.
That's an actual thing.
But then pia wanazivaa.
Sasa lakini hawana kitu ya kuweka.
Naona kitakuwa hapo ndani.
Nitaka iPhone. Lakini pia hiyo ni mbaya juu ikipiga utaanza.
No, inapigwa.
way.
Sasa hapo. Unashangaa why are they not picking? Why is that enjoy?
My girlfriend not picking.
Sema kupick.
Kafala.
Oh man.
Oh, yeah. So Bolo is looking
Yeah.
to get into politics.
No, not really. I'm not sure.
Ni clout
But
too.
he's getting the attention that he's wanted for a minute, and he's finally gotten it, and he's enjoying it. So you guys might always be thinking you're offending him by dissing him and whatever.
You're playing
It's like Barty. He's in the sty, man. He's in there. So you guys are throwing the nini in the sty. He's in there. He's a pig. He's enjoying the presence of all that stuff. So he doesn't get to a point that's like, ooh, he's too smelly down here. No. That's where he thrives. Like, you know, Bahati has mastered the art of making people talk about him, either positive or negative. And he will release a song. He'll say this song is bad. Then tell you guys, oh, now let me do a better one. Then he'll release another one. Then it's the same. Then he'll, oh, then he's okay. Then the wife will do something. Nini, and they love it. And they're getting money and they're getting the hits. And they're pushing their betting company.
Yeah, in between, they'll be always be pushing business.
They're pushing business. So that is the technique that he has mastered. And he always makes people talk.
Yeah.
The only difference is now for him, he doesn't care about the consequences of his actions.
How does
That's the
someone
only
get to that
thing.
point? How do you get to the point where you completely don't care? Because
I don't know. I haven't gotten there yet.
Yet.
Me, but
Oh,
you can
yeah,
never
yeah.
say never. Things happen. Because, you know, it's about conditioning. It's the same way like people who come and kill people, like the terrorists and everything. It's conditioning. Someone doesn't just wake up as a killer. But when you just get up and you're just being told, these people are bad, these people are bad, these people are bad, it's conditioning. Gets to a point where you can go and kill these people and feel like there's this thing that don't say kafir and that name. Yeah, so yeah, this is kafir in there, and they kill and they told you, if you die, you're gonna go to heaven. These people need to go to whatever. It's conditioning.
Got you.
So the same way when someone is used to being insulted or disrespected online a couple of times, it gets to a point where for them it's a normal thing. So if you don't do it, they're like, hey, Kwani, what's happening? So myself, once I was there from my childhood until when I was grown up, I think I spoke with Burale about this a while ago, where I was never used to compliments.
It was hard to take a compliment.
Yes, because if you compliment me, my defenses will be, I'm like, why are you complimenting me? I'm like, brother. So I was normally very insecure. So someone tell me, Obinna, you look good. And I would go like, hi, Kuna. So today when I got in...
Ama, you're doing well. Not try to. And you're actually doing well.
I used to now revenge. Obinna, you look good. Pana, kwanza wewe. Yes. So Burale told me, thank you is a statement. Just a thank you. Today when I got in, Mariah hugged me here and she told me, this shirt is
fabric
good
is
quality.
really proper.
What did I say?
Thank you.
Just that. I didn't say, oh, you know, da. That would have been me before because of conditioning. I was used to, a compliment does not come without intention. Like someone has to have an intention. And that is why we have some women that also have that notion. If you meet a lady, go like, ooh, you're so beautiful. She's like, Kidogo, why is she telling me? They say that's sexual harassment. Why would you tell me, nini, it's not nini, whatever. So it has made men scared. So nowadays men will rarely compliment women. Or when wana observe tu, wanacheka umbali, wanasonga nayo. You get?
You see, catcalling.
A very innocent thing, like, I know a lot of people will misunderstand this part, but look at it from the positive side. So back in the day, when a lady would pass, a fine lady, girls would go like,
that's catcalling.
No. It was a sound effect to go like, God damn. It's like, woo, fine lady. Sometimes, see, is that, damn. I'm a guys go, check, maze, fine shorty, maze. But if you do that now, and even the lady sees or she hears you guys, she can even get offended. Like, hey, why are you guys signaling each other to check me out? So it has made people be very defensive. So mtu kidogo hata kucompliment, Mariah ameingia na new style lakini watu wanajifanya tu zile za watu wako too busy because ukisema kwani unanikatia kwani unanitaka umsepe anashangaa anambia mimi beautiful ni nini, so there's that part. So it's normally conditioning. So for Bahati, from what I'm looking at it, when you guys started to kanaing him from way back, sijui nalia mama, sijui nini mtoto wa Diana, I did a show with Bahati a long time ago in Mwea, and he came to perform. That time he was huge. And I was still trying to find my footing. I remember when he got in, he got on stage, guys were crazy. Then he told guys, ati munanita mtoto wa Diana. Mimi mtoto wa Diana. Nini. And he laughed about it and he started calling himself mtoto wa Diana and then he just picked. But other people started calling him that. Then now he changed it. It's like myself, when people started insulting me with, Father Abraham, I owned it. Now you can't use it against me anymore.
But Apple, yes, insult.
No. The intention. Remember what I said. It is the intention. I don't mind being called any other name, but the intention behind it. Yes, if the intention is to now make me look like, umse, anazatu ovyo, I'm like, no. I just had sex with 4 people and we got kids and let's panga the people that
doesn't make it any better.
Yeah, because how do you get kids? Unprotected sex. Okay, and I've spoken about the stories about my kids and they're out there.
Even here we've spoken about
it. And if you look at maybe the women Mwass has been with, they might maybe be more than the women I've been with. But Mwass does not have a toy. So if we stand on a space, I am irresponsible, I'm a morally indisciplined.
Mwass is not.
And Mwass is morally disciplined.
Mwass just knows how to pull out.
Exactly. But now people don't think that far. He says, we are going to talk. It's like, for example, today, if you find a single mother, automatically, you would assume this woman, it was very bad. That is why the man, stuff like that. The same way when you find a drunk person or a drunkard or a drunk mother or a drunk father or someone on the roadside, you'll just assume, when you use nobody sits down and say, why did this happen? There's normally things that lead into it, but it's conditioning. So that the same conditioning is now what is happening with Bolo. He has seen the attention that Bahati, Diana get when they do what they do, and they've started doing it and they're getting it, and he loves it. That's why even when he went to the Matanga for Baba and the Ruto thing, and you guys took offense. It's just a post,
But
man.
Obinna, see, you can draw a line somewhere.
Yeah,
Honestly.
line
Clout
where
chasing, where's the line for clout?
Yeah, mpaka kwa matanga ya mtu
Nudging.
ya mtu.
No.
Because also, let me be very honest. All of us watched the live thing.
Yes.
So the only way ndio ubaki hapo upige sijui picha na Ruto na bado unyeni. Kwani unangoja tu
tafuta
kando.
form.
Unangoja tu hapo yani, unangoja mpaka ile time atakuja.
As if that's not enough, you make the Instagram caption about you.
Yes.
Ati thank you for standing
Side by side.
Question. Hiyo ni Instagram ya nani?
Sini yake.
Sini yake. Matanga lakini ni
Ya nani?
Obinna nikikushoot tutaanza kuniuliza gani yana. Kuna logic
Okay,
hapo.
hapo kwa matanga umenipata.
Yeah, kwa matanga lakini pia.
Okay, hapo
Yes.
kidogo.
Pia, unaweza chase clouds sawa but different.
But did this have the purpose?
Which
What was the
one?
purpose?
We are talking about it.
Ah.
Who are we talking about?
No, we are talking about it, but are we pleased to talk
The
about
end
it?
justifies the means.
Not in all
Hakuna.
cases.
For
Hakuna.
whoever is doing whatever they are doing.
Hakuna.
So my question would be, what is the end goal?
Aya.
Okay, Bahati, I
Wait,
understand.
let me ask you a question. Do our politicians chase clout?
All the time. So,
Do they get
but
re-elected?
they're in office. Okay,
That's
okay, that's what
different.
I'm asking.
We are not saying
That's
it doesn't
different.
work. We're just
Bolo
saying
is not running
is it that
for
he's
office.
getting
Clout
more
is clout.
customers?
We don't know if he's running for...
He is, definitely.
Yeah.
He is. Sister Easy now he's branded himself the low kingpin.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
is.
Which
So
is
my
okay.
question is, so is this for him to get more
I mean,
business?
Kingpin is in
I don't know how
Fundi,
they're
so-
convert. I don't know the
Converting.
conversion part for it. Yeah, maybe it's to get more ninis, but he gets business.
Yeah, and also, if definitely, clearly now he's trying to get into politics. In Kenya, it helps when people just know you.
Know you, yeah.
Bolo
Exactly.
tu, yani,
Exactly.
regardless. But
right now, anywhere you just say fundi ni, unasikia tu fundi ni moja.
Ni Bolo.
So it's working.
But also, I'd imagine for him, to get attention now, you have to do so much. Because there's a lot of content online.
Oh, yeah,
and
every
everyone
day.
is trying to do something.
Yeah.
So now Bolo and Baha, those who are us will go to any lengths, but it
As
gets
long
people talking
as-
about us.
It's madness.
Basically, to ni fight for the small attention that is available online.
Yeah,
So
then
Obinna, you're
also,
saying there's no line?
no, there's a line, but the line exists in your head. Not
You decide
in my
where the
head.
line is.
Because it's how you've been raised, what you believe in, what you stand for, what you identify with, and the knowledge you have and the wisdom you have. That is what will make you go like,
Hapana.
I can put on a thong, I can't put on a thong. Okay?
Can you?
No, hell no. Why would I put on a thong, bro?
I don't know. So maybe Bolo amebaki na kitamba. But I feel like
Maybe we need to promote the
Let me
business.
tell you, ile time when you and Bolo are going back and forth,
Yeah.
I feel like angefikiria hivyo angekutumia tu delivery Monday on live. A nice
Thong.
package na sema ni
Ingekuwa
Bolo.
noma, ingekuwa
And
noma
then you
sana.
open a nice gift.
Thong.
Unashindwa, hey, nani amenitumia shule?
Ingekuwa noma. Sasa ubaya ataona hii interview alafu anatuma Bolo. Hapana, jaribu.
Make it purple.
Imagine nimefunganga papo. Leo Mosha amerekod.
Wow, that'd be crazy.
Unatutumia royalty.
But he could have.
He could actually.
He could have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then since the last time we were 2 years latest, ndio?
Yeah.
Hapo ilikuwa
Yes.
earlier before.
Yeah.
Then you have a new kid.
Yeah.
Mwenye ulifanya me and I got on your Instagram, I thought kwanza ulikuwa na troll.
Me too.
Control.
Yeah, ile
Yeah, like
I
it was
didn't think
banned.
it was serious. I thought
Yeah.
it was banned. Ile cause when you said that now the first info, because that's how you gave us full information. Yeah. You're too in a summary ati someone had your kid and ukujua until sijui when. I was like, Obinna, you're
Another
just
one,
playing on
yeah.
people saying you have many kids. So mimi nilijua ni hivyo.
No. I wasn't playing. Okay, first I thought we was playing.
Clearly.
Yeah. Okay, we were playing.
No, you weren't.
No, we were playing.
Cha baba na cha mama.
With the kalongolongo. We was playing. And then I decided to stop playing and mind my business. So I didn't know this playing had consequences.
Oh, God.
So later on is when I learned about it. Just like I said, I learned about it later. And I wasn't happy about it initially because it wasn't the agreement.
Rightfully so.
Yeah. Because if myself and Mariah say we're gonna be doing this for a period of time, so this is what happens with most men. I don't know about women. If you have a constant bedmate, after like 2-3 months, the condoms normally disappear somewhere along the way because now you start feeling you trust each other and everything. Okay. Then when that happens, you now come up with a plan. Either like Mwass, you pull out, like him, Nyonga.
Sasa kama nimetoa wangu mimi kinyonge inatusaidia aje?
Si mnanyonga mkiangalia. Kwa hapo
Eye contact.
DJ lighter. Alafu mna high five mna.
Yeah. So people have different things. They are called family planning methods. So ours that we agreed on was an implant. So we did, and I funded it. I was like, okay, cool. So here's the money, put it, the whole shebang. So life goes on. So later on, when I learned about the toy, I'm like, so
the entire time
This was
when
after
she
the
got
toy was born.
pregnant. Yeah, after she was born.
Yeah.
This whole time, nothing.
yeah, no, nothing.
Were you guys in touch?
No, we had not seen each other for about a year.
Okay.
So
No
even
communication?
when no, we are not. So when I was finding out about it, I found out from someone. Then I asked my PO Mosh. Actually, I was like, "Hey Mosh, I've been told, Kwani." So that is why Nani was. I'm like, so maybe she got someone. That is why we lost. I'm like, I wish her well. I'm like, but let me just ask if maybe the toy is mine. Let me see.
You're the one who asked.
Yeah, so I asked. I texted. Yeah. I texted. I'm like, hey. Yeah, my phone is somewhere here. I can read for you what I texted. So I texted Omoshako. I think he's making a phone call. So I texted, and she just told me, yeah, it's yours. And I felt disappointed. I felt angry. Of course, at that moment, I'm like, come on, man. I told you this wasn't, but you could have told me the whole thing. But after getting angry, you sit down, you cool off, then you're like, okay, cool. So what's
So
needed?
she had taken it out, or
She never got it in the first place.
No, she got it.
Maybe
but she removed it at some point.
11.3%.
Yeah,
But
no,
Oguna
she
some
removed
guys
it at some
99
point.
point something.
Yeah, she removed it at some point.
And you didn't know
And
she had taken
no,
it out?
I didn't know. And she had her reasons. So later I was like, okay, it's already here. I'm pissed. But now the baby is very innocent.
So what was her reason? Did she say?
Mambo ni mingi. Mambo ni mingi. Yeah. I don't want to get into that because now if I get into that again,
It becomes a whole situation.
Yeah, situation. She gets trolled again.
Pia kesho una trend mara mbili.
Yeah,
Firing.
Yeah.
Zote ni zinainvolve firing.
Fire.
Yeah, then now you know that we have a beautiful child together.
Yes.
And I've had this back and forth with my other baby mamas. And the consecutive baby mamas, I would not want to. Yes.
Waambie wachukue
Amesema now and the
Waambie wachukue advice from Mariah.
Yeah.
We are on a 5-step authentication.
Obinna, that's a threat.
Amedunga.
That
Look,
is
I'm
a
looking for a
threat.
boy. Yeah, you should take it as a threat.
That is a threat.
Yeah, good. No. Yeah. So, when I found out, so after I've calmed down, I was like, okay, cool. So what's needed? This and this. And then I said, cool. So we set up a few rules. I'm like, this is what I want. She was like, this is what I want. I'm like, cool. Let's do it. So we're raising the toy, and she's very sharp. She's brilliant. She's beautiful. She's very active and everything. And yeah, I have a newborn.
So in this in this kind of scenario, is there a need to just do a DNA, or there's no?
There's no need. So if you are a person who you don't like kids, I would suggest you do. I like kids generally, and I don't mind kids. In fact, when kids are normally not in the house, I feel the house is very empty. Mimi nataka nisikie kuna kengine kwa simu pale kwa kiti, kengine kamenilalia hapa, kengine dad. I like that commotion
Chaos, yeah.
because I even adopted kids that are not my own. So if I suspect this is my own and I had relations with your mother, I'll just raise you like I'm raising every other person. Later in life, if you're mine, good. If you're not mine, iko sawa. Because even the ones that were there initially, there's some that I look at, I'm like...
Nah, all those kids look like you, bro.
But
Kama si baba mtoto ni anajua. You sit down, you're like...
Unafika kwa nyumba, anafika kwa nyumba anapata wanaote TV.
Unafanyanga mathematics. Unafanya mathematics, uko like, at how old are you again? Unarudi back and I'm like, around that time. Me and your mama were not seeing eye to eye. But well, you're here, so you're tara. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, so we are mixed right now. So
Are you planning on having more kids?
Did you just say he said he's looking
Yeah,
for a
looking for a
boy?
boy.
I want 2 boys. I want a total of 10. biological kids.
Kwani unataka
I would
timu ya
love-
ball?
Team ya ball ingekuwa 11.
Obinna
Okay,
FC.
mimi ndio
Ndio
coach.
keeper.
No, I'll be too old to play, but naweza kuwa kama mwekezaji.
My goodness
Yeah,
me.
I need 2 boys. The reason is this. I only have 1 biological
Son.
boy, my firstborn. Okay? And I'm trying to build an empire. For an empire to live, you need people to continue with the vision. If you have only 1 boy, he might not. When he gets to a certain age, he'll tell me that I don't feel, I want to be a guitarist, I want to be a professor. Like now he's doing STEM. He wants to be a computer, somebody.
geek somewhere.
Yeah. So me hapa naambia, we Obinna TV, we enda utafute akina Chaxy wakuja interview, nini, whatever. Maybe I feel the ladies sana, when ladies fall in love, they try to help
The vision
their
of the
man
Got you.
achieve his vision and his mission. Because ladies, how the Bible, this for Christians, because I'm sure other people will, oh, Pana! Yeah, so for Christians, the woman supports the man. Okay? So it does not mean that the woman now drops what she wants. No, it just means whatever the man in her life is doing, you help him achieve. You are saidizi. Okay? So my daughters, if they're lucky enough or blessed enough to find people they'll fall in love with, they might go and help them achieve their visions. So I'm not really sure if there's any of them who will say, no, I'm going, but me, I want to stay here and, make my dad's legacy. Okay? So, but if you have 2 or 3 sons, so it's nikumwaga mtama. One might not. Then the advantage for 3 boys is this. 2 can agree, 1 can disagree. But if you are 1-1, wanalimana tu sasa wanagawa nini katikati. So, but if there are 3, 1 can tell them, hey, able to catch you need to solve this. Ama 2 will gang up. So either 2 will win, 1 will lose, like that. So that's why I really need 2 more boys or even more. Why are you shaking your head? Nini shida ni nini? Mara yako, what's the problem? Sinasema ni wewe na kuzalisha watu wawili.
Hata sijajitolea.
Wewe ni mmoja.
Hata sijajitolea.
Ni kujitolea.
Chaxy simwambia hapa. Ile security kwa hapa hata White House haijayo. Zinakwambia huyu.
Mwass, one day.
Usijifunge sema.
One day.
Muna wanasemanga tujui kuna authentication. One day atakojaribu amekatoa hapa hivi. Hi, check me. Ni Nigeria.
I am literally going on a hiatus.
Ngoja, anataka mnakaitwa hapa hivi.
Pale delivery room anapusha alafu mtu anatoka hivi.
Anasema, what's up everybody? Oga the top. Oga Mariah. Yeah. You know, chenye Mariah hajaijua ama maybe amejua, you don't pick the people you fall in love with.
Yeah, true.
And sometimes you fall in love. No, you pick the people you are in a relationship with.
True.
You una pick. Falling in love happens with the people you don't intend to. Sometimes you'll realize after 10 years, hey, kwani nimependanga hiki Obinna.
Obinna amepiga campaign.
Obinna hawezi jua kama anatuongelesha ama amekuja. Mission iko stage 5. Unadhani tunafanya interview kumbe.
Bro.
Obinna anauliza, mbona mmekaza kunivite?
Exactly, man. I'm like, come on, I miss Mariah, man. And then sasa mtafuta chini ya maji na Mariah, what are you doing?
Alafu angefika hapa umwambie, oh Mariah can't make it today. Hata mimi naumwona. Naumwona kisigino.
Nisipopata Mariah mbona nikeji na nyinyi? Hey, we'd have to have that kind.
Tutafanya sisi watatu tu.
No.
Okay, so the next one I could invite.
Kama Mariah yuko, count me out. Yes, count me out.
Your journey and
Yeah.
So now the kid ako between Eldoret and Nairobi now.
Yeah. So sometimes with the mom, sometimes with me. Yeah. There's this thing that I said, and I'll repeat it here. I've gotten to a point where even this and the consecutive ones, I don't want no beef, man. So wewe, jibambe. Ukijisikia kuniletea mtoto, umejua kwangu. And I will finance, if it's education, medical, whatever. Naeka mtoto kwa SHA, naeka mtoto kwa nini, school fees ikifika, whatever. And then monthly venye tumeagree, mi nakutumia ya whatever the baby needs kidogo tunasonga nayo. But I'll not start fighting you to have the toy. You know, I did that with my firstborn son. I did that with my second born, Brianna. I did that with Ada. And I also did that kidogo with Lola. yo kupigania mtoto nini. There even some videos of Lola.
Kichwa kissing, because there was a public
it was
one.
Lola.
It was
It
Lola.
was bad. It was bad, and I really did things that were not nice to my baby mama, and she did the same, and we were just fighting for access. You know, she's fighting to prove a point, I'm fighting to prove a point, and it was not nice.
Yeah, victim
and
mtoto.
yes, with Mama Brianna also, it was also very bad, because I remember there's a time she took the toy from the school, I took the toy from the school, and there's a time mimi nimechill hivi nafikiria mtu anakama unampigia anambia mama uko tuko kwa gari nenda Nakuru. I'm like, huh? Nakuru?
No,
I'm like, sijaambiwa anything, so move the toy to Nakuru nini. So it was also situations. There's a time I went to Ruiru huko kwa Cairo kutembea tukitafuta mtoi, then nikaiba mtoi kwa shule. Mamake akuzile rudisha huyu mtoto hapa, if you know what's good for your life. I'm like, you know where I live, bring it on. Enda kwa polisi. So we've had those ones. Also with my firstborn son, also it was crazy. Me, my firstborn son, even I would not have been with him. I've said this as well before. Ilifika point where the mother was like, mi sileti mtoto wangu kae naye, mi nakana mtoi wangu. Now that time, I used to drop the toy. They used to live somewhere called Rironi. It's on your way to Limuru. So that time I was doing a lot of club gigs, Nakuru, Naivasha, Kisumu, wherever. So I would pass with Liron on Fridays, drop him. Mamake anamchukua hapo kwa stage, then I go. On Sunday when I come back, when I'm drop, namchukua. So one fateful day, I drop him. I go coming back, napiga simu. Ashiki, napiga ashiki. Ni baada mashika anambia, mi sileti mtoto wangu. I'm like, huh? Mi sileti mtoto. I'm like, what do you mean? So words were exchanged nini kukaka hapo kwa stage kituka 1 hour, the toy was not brought, came to Nairobi, stayed for like a month or two, nikasema let me go find this boy, man. I think it was like 3 months. Went kwa hiyo stage place, mimi drop, tukazunguka hiyo place na picha yake nini, me and my crew. It was hatujui because I'm drop kwa nini, and that time she had been remarried. So tukazunguka. So when you're about to give up, some guys say, tumewajua, walihama hapa juzi, then they take us to where they are. So when I get to some easy mafengza, unajua kayaba. Yes, so fengza kayaba, so nachungulia hivi, naona mtu yangu, Liron. So my son looks like this, looks at me in a very cold way, gets up, amechafuka na matope nini, akakam, because uko unajua ni ushago vibe. Anakam, and then ananiside hug, ila ananiekea ile shoulder yake hivi, zile ni kama nimemsinya tu yani. And I'm looking at this guy, I'm like, this was my G, man. Like I'm like, hey. So what I did wrong that time, okay, it wasn't a wrong thing, but it was wrong. Nikamwambia, ebusu nionyeshe kwenyu. I could have just driven off with a brother, man. So yo kunionyesha kwenyu. Why? So we go, hapo kando kuna landi, unajua landi, ploti, like this, like a primary school venye zinakuanga hivi, but ni mabati. It's like 4 doors. It's just mabati in the middle of another kayaba. So akafungwa gate ya mabati, ati ni hapa, nyumba yenyu ni gani, ndo ile. So we get to the door, then I knock, ati hodi, and then the mother fungwas pazia like this and stands on the door, then looks at me and asks me, unataka? Then I'm like, si nimekujia mtoto. Unataka mtoto na ulitupa mtoto? I looked at her. I felt very bad. I was very angry. Yeah, this many years ago. So nikaona we can't reason, because amesema kwa mlango funga pazia, I can see they're sleeping on the floor, whatever. I can see the house because it's just one room. And this time I was living in Pangani. I was living in a 2-bedroom in Pangani, and I was doing fairly okay. And I was like, I had the KBT, gari yenye mosha konayo, and I'm like, So I start walking back, holding Liron's hand. Unapeleka wapi mtoto wangu? So she starts following me, saying words and everything. Then I go to the car. So nikaingia kwa gari. Then Bashka was my best friend then. He's called Bashir. So sits here. Then I think he carries Liron on his lap. So inataka kuongea na Liron. So the mother is standing next to the car this side, and then she's holding the steering. I've not even turned on the car. But now all of these things are just building the agitation. So I'm here with Liron, so baba umekuaje nini? Liron is just there like, niko tu, whatever. He's talking to me like, nimlazimisha. I was feeling very... So nikangurumisha gari. So huyu unajua shanikasirisha. Then ameshika sasa nikangurumisha gari. So the idea that I wanted to do, I had to drive off. So hapa kando kulikuwa na gate. Zile za kayabu unajua venye zinaingianga ndani. Then kuna, so other people, hizo side wanaekanga, kale kasimiti kana kwa gate. Kana slide hivi, then kana shikilia gate. Then hii side pia kuna simiti. So kufika kwa gate nikawa unaingia ndani kidogo. So I wanted to drive. So nikifika kwa hiyo kayaba imsukume hivi, mimi nipite. So nikangurumisha hivi. Then Liron akagonga kichwa chake kwa windscreen. Yes. So windscreen ikatoka like a line pale.
Hey.
So nikakanyaga break. I'm like, eh? So Liron hata feel anything, his mind is not even there, whatever. Then there's a man, hapo ni penye Liron alikuwa anacheza kwa matope, there's a man alikuwa anafua manguo zake. Huyo msaka akakuja akaniambia, kijana, ngoja kidogo, acha niongee na wewe. Akaniita karo akaniambia, kijana, kitu nafanya si mzuri kwa sababu unajua Said tuseme nimesikia venye mnaongea na Said tuseme huyu mama sema mnaiba mtoto. Unajua mnaweza atachomwa hapa. Sasa mimi ningerecommend muende kwa chief. Hata mimi unajua kwa nini nafua? Bibi yangu ametoka na watoto juzi na hata shiki simu zangu. Sasa hizi inakuanga hivyo, wanawake hawezi waelewa. Nimeona venye huyu mwanamke anaongea na nimesikia story yenu na nimeona na huyu kijana pia nilimuona akikuja hapa. Si alikuwa anakuja anaenda. And then kwa chief. Then I said okay. Then I told Liron's mom, I'm like, twende kwa chief so that we solve this. Yeah, twende. So I get in the car, she gets in the car as well. Like okay, so nika reverse pole nini, went to the chief. Tukafika kwa chief, tukangoja kidogo, chief akukua. Some policemen came. Of course, ukienda kwa chief's camp, everybody now wants to hear the story. Explain how police, then the next police comes. Sikia story. Yeah, so kila mtu anasikia story, so eventually chief came, akasikia story. Then my son was asked, who do you want to stay with? Then my son said, mimi nakaa na mama yangu. My friend. I left, nikasema, it's okay. I left, went home, unajua niko na maboys. So lazima nikuwe strong. Kafika home, nikaingia kwa shower, nikakaa chini kwa floor. Nililia hiyo day, nikasema, I'm gonna make another boy. I have to get another boy now. That one is gone. Ule sasa amenikata iko tu sawa. So fast forward, life goes on maybe like 2, 3, 4, 5 months. One time I'm going to Carnival on Thursday for Churchill's show. I'm called by the principal for the former school where my son used to go. She was called Teacher Shazia. Like, hello, Baba Liron. She's Indian. I've just been called by the police and they're telling me they have a boy in Kikuyu police station. He's saying his name is Liron. Might this be our Liron? Because now I went to school to explain. Liron will be coming back, this and this and that. I'm like, I don't know, but let me go check. So nikachukua hiyo bypass ya kutoka Carnival, hapo mpaka Kikuyu police station. I get there, I find my son in the police station.
Damn. Wow.
What had happened? So my son and the elder sister, who is my goddaughter, they ran away from home. Kwa nini? Wanateswa, wanafanya nini, whatever, a lot of things that I don't want to get into. So wakatoroka, wakasema wanakam kwa dad. So they're walking going, basa wana bearing. So walikuwa wanatembea wakienda that direction, mpaka giza ikawapata. What saved my son was awareness that is around Kikuyu area. If you find any child outside, you take them to the nearest police station ama kwa chief. So someone found them. Akauliza, munatoka wapi nini? Wakapeleka kwa police station. Kwa police station, they're being asked, munatoka wapi? Wanasema Muthaiga. Polisi wanaangalia watu, wakai wata Muthaiga. Unasoma shule gani? So my son had been taken to another Karejareja school there. But sasa anasema mimi nasoma Bright Sparks kindergarten. That's where I had taken him earlier on. So what the police did, walienda kwa system, so wakatafuta Bright Sparks kindergarten. That's how they got the number for Teacher Shazia. They called her, then now she sent me there.
Yeah. Wow.
So that's how I ended up there. And that is how my son ended up being with me until now. Because if that didn't happen, my son would be either chokora right now, or dead, or whatever. Because now we're there. The mother pulls up, because now the mother was called. I don't even know how it happened. Mother pulls up, she's carrying the other toy on her back. These 2 toys are there. Ameingia kidogo, ameshawaingiza makofi. Watu, yeah. Sa unajua, so in Kikuyu police station, hapo nyuma kuna ni kama dome. It's like a small space. So niko hapo na mama wengine wawili. Nini ameingia, nini wametoroka hivi, so wanajificha huku nyuma yangu, nini. So tumekaa hapo na mama, wanauliza nini. Hawa tata ni vichwa ngumu. Nawapatia kazi na hataki. Mimi hapo niweka niko zile, yep, unawapatia kazi. Yeah. I'm like, yep, child labor. Tunapatia kazi, hataki kufanya kazi, vitu ngumu. So she said a lot of things, nini. Damn. So now the kids are being asked, munajua, so these women actually wanted my kids to go back with their mother. I came back even with her daughter, now my goddaughter. It was, she's the elder to Liron. So ako hapo, so tunataka mwenda mama, watu wanalia, hatuendi. You normally see those dramas you see online. Ilikuwa hapo. Even your social media was not as big as. Tumeka hapo, watu wamenishika. The daughter, this side, she's called Immaculate, and my son, nimewabeba, wamekwama, mama na shukeni twende. Mpaka mapolisi wengine wanaume hapo ndo walisaidia, wakakama akasema pana, what we do, wacha tuende nao nini. So nikaambia, I even talked to the mom and I was like, let me go with both of them. Then after they've come down, then I will figure out. So I went with them, stayed with them for about 2-3 weeks like this. Then I returned now the girl. Because she was a bit old at that time. Then nikapata, alikuwa amejua mob sana that singeweza kuicontain then. Then around that time, I've moved in with Mama Lola. So you know, these are different spaces. So I'm bringing my son, but I'm bringing my son with another person again. So then I'm also bringing Brianna. Then also we're trying to build this family. So I was like, so I sat down, I spoke with them. I was like, okay, I'll just support you from that side. Now let's change the school for you. Let's take you to a better school, nini. So I took that responsibility then. That's how I ended up living with my son until now. But if that didn't happen, yeah. So God was fighting. God was fighting for me.
Bruh. And
Strange story.
Co-parenting is easier now over the years?
No. Co-parenting can never be easy. No. So, like, this is what I was saying before I go to this other story here. So, I've had these fights with my baby mamas about access to the toys. So, way later is when I realized, I'm like, wait a minute. Why am I fighting for access? The child will still grow. So, nowadays, ukitaka na mtoto, ukitaka kumleta. So whether it's my first baby mama, my second baby mama, my third baby mama, or my fourth baby mama, if you want to stay with the toy, if you want to bring, and the same way, Mia can never stop my toys from having access to their mothers. Why would I want to do that? Ati hapana, uko free, unataka kuchukua mtoi mwende mujibambe, unataka kufanya nini? But you as a grown up, sit down, sema, mtoi akika kwa Mwass, kuna wifi, atenda shule poa, atakula fiti, atafanya nini. Akikana mimi, sina hii, then ataniongeza pressure. But sasa wewe kama Mariah, wendo utadecide usema, pana, mimi nakana mtoto wangu, out of ego and attitude, iko tu sawa. We jibambe, the good thing is children adapt fast. That is also one thing I learned way later. Mtoi atagrow, si tuligrow na makoroboi na nini, and we're just fine. Tulijua kwa kina nani kuna TV, and that tunapikanga chapati once a month, that was it. So mtoi adjust, then later in life, as a man, this is now for every man out there, work very hard, become very successful, your kids will come looking for you. So that's what I normally do. So drama, aishangi, because you know you're two different people from two different backgrounds, two different understandings. Unless you have a very understanding baby mama who are also there. I've met some who are very... Yeah, then I've also met some other very bad baby mamas. Maka miu kana mamori wengine naambia, bro, mimi nimekapita lakini wewe yako.
Kuna msee unachekelea.
Baka unavilolo kwa sawa.
Mimi nakuhurumia sasa hivi kuna msee unachekelea.
Mimi nimemeet mababy mama wengine miu kana mori naambia, bro, yako maze. Because I have a lot of DMs from men telling me, bro, baby mama amefanya hivi na nifanye aje nini. Oh, imagine she's done. So inafika point I'm, bro, yako man. Because me, I'm not a professional in this part, but I'll give you advice based on what I've experienced and what I've figured out that works. So what I figured out works, stop fighting. Of course, we'll have disagreements about different things, but I'll never start fighting. Ati nakuja kwako sijui natuka mtoto. You know where I live. You have my number. You have my house manager's number. Drop the toy. The toy will be safe, will be taken care of. Na ile siku nasikia kumchukua, nayo. Lakini hadi tuanze kutukanana. Lakini imepita hizo time.
Because now it complicates so much.
It complicates.
Bro, even emotionally, having to
down.
Emotionally.
It's a lot.
It tears you down like crazy. Me, you know, the time I was fighting with my baby mama. That time, I was fighting that, and also I was nursing a heartbreak. There's a lot of confusion happening. I mean, a new work environment, you're struggling to build a brand. The industry was not doing very well. You have this battle with your baby mama. You have this battle with this. You're trying to make peace with yourself and accept that, hey, ile imeisha, it was bad. And that time, there's nobody who sit down and tell you, bro, ebu tubonge. Can we find a common ground for whatever? So I kept on just lashing out. And what I was saying were facts, because I always keep my receipts. But now, people don't care about facts. People care about who's talking. If they like Mariah, whatever Mariah says is law. If they don't like Mariah, utaleta hapa evidence useme hii ni gilbis iko kwa meza hii. Nakwambia kwenda huko hiyo si gilbis, hiyo ni maji umeweka hapo ndani. That's what happens. And Chaxy, if they like him, Chaxy will carry this other water on this. Naseme hii ndio gilbis, naseme yes. Chaxy. So it's never about the truth. That's what I realized also with these people watching us. It's never about the truth. It's about who is saying it.
Yeah.
That is
And
what...
how they're saying it.
And they also say no one cares about the truth when the lie is more entertaining.
Exactly my point.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's why you'll see, I've seen also this notion that people say, kwani, wesa zote unashindanga tu wendo uko innocent, kwani, there must be.
There must be watu there must be
I'm like
lazima kuna jambo.
Ulikuwepo? Ulikuwepo?
Msala.
Ulikuwepo? Yeah, and then also, normally, if you fight with a woman, that's also another thing that men, you need to know. Stop. Don't fight. Whether it's verbal, physical, whatever. I've also learned my lesson from it. Like, always to be, may I learn from my mistakes? And I'm like, wacha tu ninyamaze, mdomo yangu inakuwa kama shida. If you fight with a woman, automatically, Chaxy, you are guilty.
Until proven innocent.
And when you're proven innocent, nobody cares.
Too late, yeah.
It's not too late. They're just like, pia kwende huko. And Mariah will not come out and be accountable and say, nyewe Chaxy, man,
Bolo.
I set you up, maze, Isa, my bed, maze, I was very emotional and everything. But I better
So unataka kulia.
so unataka nifanye?
Yeah.
So unataka nifanye? Si ishaenda, ishakuwa huko nje. So ni do. Yeah. So there's normally that one. So as a man, as a boy, what you need to know from me is simple. Don't fight with your baby mama. Ignore. Keep quiet. Send the money. Don't fight with your girlfriends. Also ignore. Walk away. Me, I walk away very fast.
So now you want 10 kids. How many? So how many baby mamas do you want?
No. It depends. So
Good question. Ratio is 1 for 1.
Yes.
4 kids.
Aya. This is another thing. This is another thing that I've said before, and I'll repeat it again. I never intended to have any baby mama.
Okay.
My first baby mama, we were actually living together. Then I lost my job. I'll just give a summary, but I've spoken about it before. I lost my job, went back to Kisumu where she delivered, and I nursed her. I nursed her and my son and everything to move in Ushago. So Ushago yuko kakituka 2-3 months akaona hii maisha ni noma because yeye alizaliwa Nairobi. So the mother called me akanambia unatesa mtoto wangu nini, mimi nataka mtoto wangu arudi Nairobi because alivent kwa madhake. Madhake akamtumia fare akarudi Nairobi na my son akaniacha Ushago. So it's not like I want to get a baby mama, no. But this lady really took care of me when I was in high school. Nikiteseka nikilala shule, nikilala majengo, nikikuwa kwa street kidogo nini, alikuwa nipa 10 bob, 20 bob, machapo chafu hapo Kinyago, Biafra, hizo area, majengo zilikuwa area zangu sana. So the mother used to sell tomatoes hapo Air Force. So the mother was kidogo liquid. So hizo 10 bob, 20, alikuwa nipatia. The mother to the mother of my son, now the grandmother, was liquid. So she took care of me. So when I got my office messenger job up at Greenwald, Kipro Plaza, I was like, mine she landi mayo kwa nyuma 4,000 ya mabati, man. I'm big boys, man. Come through, let's move in. So that is how we started cohabiting kidogo. Then she got pregnant. Then I lost my job. Then we went back to the village. So she came through for me, and I was like, let's try. I have whatever. Let's roll. I used to take her to do flat iron. That's where I learned about flat iron. Ile nywele ilikuwa inafanywa. Yeah, we used to have a salon, it's called Pam. So when I'm spoiled, Nico, like, but now it was on that level because my salary was 10 G's. So for her, the intention was not ati baby mama. Now when I came back to Nairobi, they didn't even want me to have access to my son because I'm a pauper, man.
Yeah.
What can I do? So now that is how now we started now the fighting and the stealing of my son.
Okay.
Then so kidogo, so baadaye ana accept na kama naona mtoi kidogo, mtoi ni mgonjwa all the time, mgonjwa tume pesa, kama utume pesa usiainuliza zote, so vitu kama hizo. So that was then. So I would send kidogo, then I show up, the baby's playing.
Temperature iko sawa.
I'm like, baba ulikuwa mgonjwa? Mimi sikuwa mgonjwa. Then that time my son had homa every day. So it used to piss me off. I'm like, yo, man. Yeah, so during that time, the plan was not baby mama. Then, fast forward, I get my second baby mama. Okay, why are we laughing?
Si hata wewe kuna mtu unachekelea. Sasa sikubali kuchekelea.
No, I know, but I don't. Nimenipita.
Baba ulikuwa mgonjwa.
Temperature iko 37.
No, hiyo wanaume ufanywa wengi, hata wanakuambia kwenye comments. My baby daddy.
Normal body temperature.
My baby daddy. Mtoto ni mgonjwa.
Yeah, but you just get 37.
Unafaa kwa?
Slightly too big.
Simu Google tu alafu mpate.
Anyway, we proceed.
27.
37.
Nilikuwa nimefikiria 27.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bruh, yeah,
So
that's
most baby daddies wanapitanga space where the baby is always sick. Then but I'm trying
Mtoto yako as active
wengine
as
hata
possible.
wanastopishanga kwenda kuona watoto wao kwa shule. Like now I have a friend of mine who's a celebrity. Ameambiwa
Don't try
asienda
it.
kuona mtoto kwa shule. Nani mtoto wake imagine. Unaambiwa usione mtoto. Pia mimi nilifikanga niliekangwa hizo mazone.
So who does that? Is it the court or the school?
See, the mother
the
just
mother
gives
in the school.
instructions in school.
It's the mother in the school. It's never the court.
And who's paying the fees?
You.
Hey.
Inakwanga hivyo. Hata huyu ni analipa lakini mother ameambia shule ni aje.
Asikuje.
Yeah, amekataza vibaya. Anyway, so fast forward, my second baby mama got a relationship. We were together for a while, then we broke up. Then now I moved on with my third baby mama. So when we're just moving, things are happening. So we are starting initial stages with my third baby mama. She lost her job. I've also said this story before.
Yeah.
She called me. You know, I'm a familiar person. I'm a friend. We are not enemies. Ilikuwa tu zile, hey, kidogo imekata. So, nini, hey, unalia nini, whatever. Me by them was spending kwa na mademu wakilia. Even my toys. Me, even kids know. Me in my house, kids don't cry over. Because when a child cries, there's a reason. So I always find a solution. Hey, nini, baba, why? No, let's not cry. Let's just figure it out. Me, do you know I'm in a public space? If I see a toy crying and the mother is ignoring, I talk to them. I'm like, hey, mom, pango.
Mbona analia?
Mbona unamuignore? See you changamka. Yeah, so anyway, side story. So I go to comfort her. Shoulder to lean on, shitty bang, bang, bang. Move on with my life. A few months later, she tells me, hey, guess what? I'm pregnant. But now you know what? I'm in another relationship. So I can't tell this person.
Bang.
Oh, hapo kwa chidi bang bang liko. You know 1 2 3.
Or 1 2 3. Yeah. So I'm with this person, so I can't tell them I have another toy on the way because now I'm trying to focus. I'm trying to build this. So nikanyamaza kwanza. Maka time to ilishazaliwa nikamwambia, by the way, kuna mtu hapa. But when that is happening, you remember I'm not together with her. But now when the toy comes now, later, also the confusion about, oh, but now I'm pregnant. I'm like, but we are not together. Yeah. Also that whole confusion up and there. We're young, confused, everything. And I'm like, I'll be in the toy's life, but I'm just not coming back because now I'm
Someone
in
else.
this relationship. So this one also, we now, even this one, we moved together now. We moved together, tried to figure out life, Nini. Then things didn't happen the way we planned. So when I was leaving, when it got different ways, also I don't want to talk about it, it was also for other things. Then I left. So when I was leaving, she was pregnant.
With Lola?
No, with Ada.
Okay.
Yes. Even when she delivered, now we went to the hospital. I've also said this story before. Tulikuwa mpaka makolon. No, just the colons za kurefill zile za kuroll hivi.
There's a 30 ml.
So Bashka, remember Bashka, my friend,
Basically.
alikuwa Somali. Sasa enda
lazima
introduce kwa hizo
zitoke
vitu.
kwake.
Tumezipaka maze tumeenda kuona mtoi. Tumeingia hivi kwa hiyo you see dome inaitwa what? Watoto walisneeze. Tutoto kidogo na mpaka tukafukuzwa kwa what? Tumeingia shwa. Tuliacha watoto na homa hapo.
Uzuri hizo perfume unapanda tu nduthi unachapa 2,000 zinaisha.
Yeah. So I saw Ada. Then now Ada started growing. So now at this point, now I have 3 kiddos. So Ada's growing. So I'm like, okay, now what to do? So when I'm going all this time to now see Ada, now the mom and me, now we are cool. We're trying everything. She was karanging some fish hapo maze. Kuna fish zilikuwa nauzwa hapo Bicenta. Hizi zinaitwanga chips. Ni samaki imekatwa katikati hivi. Okay, Luos will know what I'm talking about. Yeah, our kamba watashikanisha.
Mkamba hata kuna
Hakuna amba rangi.
Nilijua muda respond. Ile rangi though, but it's fine. So you could pick nini, then she was cool nini. So now we started now warming up to each other.
Gotcha.
So napata it gets to a point where nimekam kucheza na mtoi nini, then Ada was so attached to me where if I'm not around she would be very dramatic. There's this thing she used to say, akitoka shule anafika kwa stairs anauliza, babangu aka iko.
No.
Babangu ako ama yuko. So ayuko. So napigiwa simu. So naongea mambo nini, nakuja pana kwa nyumba oga na kam. Okay, nakungoja nini. So I would go all the way to be center. So I'd go maybe wash her, play with her, do whatever, sit there. So when she sleeps, guess who's not sleeping?
You duh.
Umeenda kumtafutia sibling.
you can
Umeenda kumongezea sister.
Yeah. So kidogo unapata mkifika hivi sasa mamake si hata huwa anafanya mambo zake huko. Kidogo anaanza kukamata kwa ile kiti. Then after like a month or two kidogo anakaa kidogo unapata anakaa pa kando. Kidogo one thing leads to another, familiar territory.
Mariah? No. Ulisema nini gidi.
Yeah. So now that is now what led to Lola's procreation.
Okay.
Now that familiar territory. Then I was like, okay, wow, okay. Now also for Lola, also the way it also happened, also it was not planned. Also from my end, I was like, oh wow, okay. I'm like, fine. So what do we do? So I was like, now I want to try and now be in Lola's life from inception till. So now that's when I was like, now see, we tried that thing we did before. Now let's move in again. Now let's see. So now we moved in now as a family because this time nimeshachukua Brianna na Leron. So we move in. She's pregnant until she delivers. I was in the delivery room. Sigo kula nyama for a while after that. Yeah, I would not recommend it. Yeah, and if you're there, don't look.
Me, if it happens,
Mshike tu mkono na ufunge macho. Sema, baby, I love you. Push. But kitu kwa mimi ufungue macho. Unaona Medusa. It turned into stone.
Nasikia kwanza kutoka ikwangi mtoto.
Wait, yo, let's move on. Let's moving on swiftly. Focus.
Na pevu unaniangalia nikata.
Utaza. Zitaza. You gonna find out.
Na uje itakuwa live record.
Yeah.
24-hour live stream.
Yeah. And I'll be there too.
yeah, of course.
I'll be holding your hand.
But Jesus, make sure tunasikia service. Sawa.
Mimi ndakuwa nimeshika boom mic lakini.
Kwanza kuja na sound effects.
Mpaka hii tunabeba tu. When the kid leaves.
No, akitoa ile ya kwanza unaweka fire pen. Yeah. So the baby came. We were together for about 5 years. You tried to make it work. Yeah, also a few things didn't work. Kapakule ni nini. And then I left again. And then now that is now at the point where now you guys now started seeing things on social media. But now people didn't know the backstory of what has happened. So people always look at me, they be like, oh, Obinna, when you compare my baby mama? Nobody, okay, some people do. But I didn't plan. Me, I'm a family-oriented guy. Me, I've always wanted to have, when I live here, I want to go home and someone tells me, babe, what time are you coming home? The food is ready. Nafika home, nini, hug. Me, when nikifika home, bana watu yangu nani kwa mlango. Dad, mambo, nini. I'm like, no, man, I don't want your hugs, man. I need somebody warm, man. Anishike hapo kidogo, aniambia, man, mambo, imekuaje tukae nimwambie nimetoka pale kwa ina Chaxy maze, hey, wamenipea mamushene mingi nini tukae anaambia pia mimi nimekaa hapa kwa ploti. Unajua kiateka alikuwa ametuzimia stima. Nikaenda nikamgombanisha anaambia, anatuzoea nini. Sasa na dishi my favorite meal hapo. Amekaa hapa na nisuga hapa nyuma ya shingo. Nini watoi wako hapo na wewe ndani mulale.
You watch too many movies, man.
Hiyo si movie, hiyo ni
It
video.
is a movie,
Yeah, sounds nice. Hata
bro.
me I was almost getting bored nikasikia watoto. I was so to the dream. I was like, hey, moshene, kugupa paswa, chakula. I was like, what?
No, for some people it happens. There are some people that it happens that way. But for most of us, you find them kids, you find your cold bed.
Sijali. Utapata bado.
No, I'm not looking, man. Sasa kila mtu akae kwao. Vitu nimejionea na madem. Mariah kae tu kwake,
Kila mtu
mimi kae
akae kwao.
kwangu.
Siku ndio
Tukutane
mtu
slaughter,
nikiwaambia.
kila mtu arudi kwake.
Slaughter gani? Kila mtu akae kwao.
Yes,
Tafadhali.
slaughter.
Kichinjio.
Ukuji kwangu, yeah.
Kila mtu
Na mimi
akae
sikuji
kwao.
kwako.
Airbnb.
Okay, unless nalipa kwako.
Kilimani.
Yeah, no, unless unalipa kwake. So nalipa nyumba yo dem. So ni nyumba yako na yeye. Lakini
No.
mimi niko na yangu na watoi wangu. What do you mean no? Sina lipa nyumba.
Ni sawa wewe lipa lakini si kwako.
Mbona
Hapa
nilipe
uje uko na
kama si
kazi
kwangu?
ngumu.
Hapo ni noma. Wewe unajioa.
Excuse me,
Wewe naona
that's my
ukijioa.
house.
Any go ahead
Wewe
with this for the
utajioa.
plot.
Nah,
For
you can pay, but
entertainment.
it's not yours.
Right now, I know why.
It is so not yours. Are you
you can
mad?
pay, but
Listen to
it's
this
not yours.
setup. So right now you're living somewhere, right? Then we meet. Then we start this relationship. Then I move you from that place to a better place.
Exactly.
Then I furnish the house. Then I'm like, okay, so you'll be staying here, and also be coming occasionally. But now I have my house where I have my kids.
Cool.
Okay. So that's your house, that's my house.
That's my house. And when you come occasionally, you tell me, nigga, this was a gunpoint for you to move me and furnish. It's my house.
Okay, what
So
we do,
you wouldn't give a spare key?
Why?
what we do is this. Akae tu kwake penye, amekaa saizi. I will look for my other house.
Okay.
You get? I get a crib, whether it's a single bedroom, somewhere in Kile or Lavi, furnish it nicely. So when you need to meet, I'm like, hey, babe, niaje naenda hivyo kwa keja sukam. Tuna meet hapo, tunamaliza shughuli yetu, tunaweza lala, to spend even a week, whatever, cook, eat, whatever, but rudi Ruaka. Yes, we rudi Ruaka. Alafu mimi narudi huko.
Oh, ukitoka mnatoka wote.
No. Yeye anaweza toka. Si ni kwangu sasa.
Asinasema lakini wewe kama ndio.
Mimi nikitoka tunatoka wote. Simwachi because at a movie naseme ni kwake. Yes. Because I've also been in similar situations. So well.
Na unampatia wifi ama?
Yes,
lakini unachange password ukitoka.
No, basi anatumia tu time yako hapo.
Unambaya bundles.
Watchman ameambiwa mtu asiingie hapa kama siapigiwa simu. And then so you know the advantage for that one is now hii site yako sasa well, there are many customers, right?
Oh wow.
Yeah, si amekuwa kichwa ngumu. Mwambia ni aje kaa hapa. So wewe ni sawa, wewe kama huko kuna mtu mwingine mwenye atakuwa.
So it is the office of the girlfriend.
Basically.
Yes.
There you go.
Yes.
Kila mtu akaiko
tafadhali. All privileges need to the office.
State lodge.
Yeah. At that time.
State lodge.
State lodge.
Yeah. So ukitoka na toa brush yako na rusha pale juu. Then nikijua unarudi naitoa vumbi. Nakurudishia hapo vizuri. Like okay. Yeah, but kuna closet moja nimelocking itu. Hapo ndo iko na vitu zako.
Iko na story.
Let me tell you guys an interesting story. So there's a time for the late Fred Omondi, R.I.P.
Napenda stories of Fred.
Yeah. So I don't know if I've told you guys this story here before. So I was friends mtu wa mkono for a long while. So he was living somewhere in Adams. And he used to hang around with me sana, so I ended up living in his sitting room. So we'd go to a club, we've done whatever. He'll get a kashori. Then we come to the car. So because I used to tag along sometimes Otul, the late, and Owago. So when you get in the car, Fred would ask this chick that he just met in the club, babe, akina Mjize. So Mjize was my name when I was doing dancehall music. Akina Mjize wanataka kam kulala kwako, ni sawa?
Kulala kwako?
I was sitting in the back like, no, student kwa Fred.
Okay.
As lady status. So umepandisha dem level. Then I'm like, come on bro. Mimi nimekuwa na wewe for 15 years.
Ati kwako.
Yeah. So babe, akina MGzo nataka na kulala kwako ni sawa. Because dem pia ametujua hapo kwa club na wewe. No, ni sawa, it's okay. So see we get to the crib. So si tuko sitting room, yeye anashughulika mambo yake whatever.
On the asijue mnaishi huko.
Exactly. Womanipata. All right. So fast forward. So one time, I'm just with Fred in the house. So Fred has this shorty. She was called Corazon. And she was really beautiful. And she really loved Fred. And Fred is crazy famous. So every lady is like, oh my God, Fred Omondi, Eric Omondi, the crew. And Corazon loved Fred, man. So Fred would come. Corazon would stay maybe like a week. Because now alikuwa kama first lady. Your time. So akistay a week, so Fred ametoka, Fred anaenda kushughulika kwingine because sasa site imeharibika. So si mimi nimeacha kwa keja sasa na Corazon. So ana clean nyumba nini. So Corazon anaenda nyumba. No, I was not on that level. Yes, I was.
Maybe I'm laughing at her cleaning the house.
Yeah.
Go.
Oh, wow, Mariah. Wow.
Anashinda anakuuliza unaenda kwako lini?
I'm not cleaning the house.
Fred, ofisi haina maji. So ameenda kwingine.
You got it. Yeah. So tuko hapa, so mimi nimechill, so na kupika, kukula nini, so ametoka ameenda ku control. So one time Corazon is cleaning the house. So Corazon akaenda nyuma ya bed. Ya Fred. Corazon akatoa bra 15.
Charisma.
One, bra, 3, ngodha, nini na makondiko. So she calls me. Jize. Hebu kuja. So I go to the bedroom. Nini Shem? Surely.
Niggas ati Shem.
Surely.
Hizo vitu sasa.
Si alikuwa Shem ni first lady.
I know.
Zinakanga tu hapo mpaka makondiko kila
kitu. No, Fred hakujua ziko hapo. Because angekuwa me clean house. So, I'm like, surely. Look at your brother. Sasa hizi nini bro wako ananifanyia surely. Nini? So dem ameanza kulia. Ametoa vitu amezipanga hapo kwa bed. Sasa mimi nimezamba kwa mlango, so niko, so what do I do? Like, so nimhug, ni ufanye nini? Nipigie Fred, nimwambie kumechemuka, whatever nini. So dem amejam. Dem ameanza kulia because ampata hizi vitu. Fred amerudi. Wameingia kesi. So mimi nimejua because Udem alikuwa shapack. Me I'm leaving nini, I'm packing my stuff nini. So Fred pulls up. Nikamwambia, "Hey bro, kumechemuka." Yeye amepata nini. Nikamwambia, "Ampata hiyo." Okay, so ameingia kwa bedroom. Wameenda kuongea. So mimi najua, "No, mimi." Kidogo nasikia tu.
Inakuanga hivyo.
Then kidogo ametoka na tupikia nyama. I'm like, god damn.
Wale announcers wa kuenda hakuna mali wao huenda.
Fred alienda akamwambia hii si kondiko ni kitaa.
Kila kitu unaniambia nda.
Ila kitu nikisema wall kwa like wako na mosquito mingi huko.
Bala. So mimi niko zile za so nimechill. Yeah, she never left. She cooked kidogo, left later, like I think a couple of days.
Yeah.
But now me that time, I was looking at her, I'm like, see what to them, man. She done nini. So guess who's Fred now?
Clearly.
Unapeana advice uchukui.
Yeah. So when you're not in that space, you remember what I told you earlier on, when people advise you, they are not seeing it from your perspective.
Yeah.
So probably down that time, Fred was like, this story is with me because of my fame or money or whatever. Now me, every other woman I meet, I'm like, kwa nini anajifanya mimi like? Kuna, oh my God, I love your children. I'm like, oh, unataka mtoto. Okay. You have very beautiful children. I'm like, tumefunga chapter. Tunaenda vasectomy. Ama samine, oh my God, I'm your fan. I'm like, oh, okay. So you never know who has clear intentions. And intentions are not spoken. You know about them with time. And wale nimejaribu nao with the time. Mapenzi kilio.
Nenda Namibia. Unaweza tafuta mtu Namibia hata Joel nani.
Would be a good idea. However, hata watu tunapata Namibia pia wanapanganga kazi. Same, let me round it off to nearest to Shago ya Nairobi. Unaona ude makopu Shago mwenye nafikiria ako very innocent whatever. Chief amemjua na anamkatia probably because she's beautiful. Msio aboda mwenye anambebanga akienda labda soko nini anamkatia. Kuna boys fulani tu mwenye ana idol hapo mtaani anamkatia. Kuna boy mwingine anatokanga Nairobi tu anakamedha December ni pia anamkatia. So unapata kamera fulani huko hivyo kwa village uko like, oh my God, sasa huyo sana wife material unachua kwa Shago.
Excuse hata kuna difference kweli.
Na kuna kwanza hao ndio notorious hata kuliko.
So hata uko Namibia. So squeeze tu ni pikipiki ponki. Ukipata ni sawa, ukipata pia. Someone was telling me, just don't ask who has been there before you.
Worry about yourself.
Yeah, worry.
Wanasemanga sio WhatsApp usiangalie last scene.
Yeah.
Worry about
Ukiangalia last scene
yourself.
utachoka because last scene kuna mwingine unaingia last scene unapata bado iko typing. And for every shorty at any given point, kuna mse wa kusupply fire. Then kuna mse mwenye ana wish. Anaweza kuwa naye, then kuna ex at any given point. Like Mariah, for example, right now, there is her current ex. Either ni 1 year ago, ama ni 1 month ago, ama ni 1 day ago.
Current ex is alive.
Yes, but huyo ex akicheza game zake poa because it's familiar territory. Anaweza rudi.
Familiarity.
Yes, inategemeanga na dem. Kuna wale madem wanasemanga mimi sirudi kwa ex and they mean it. But pia kuna wale madem wenyewe ex because Mr. kuongeza body count, why would I go to someone new and I know
na kuna mwenye ni ex lakini sisi tumlikosana hivyo like
exactly.
Kuna
ex na pia alikuwa Messi.
for a reason, bro.
Kuna moja pia alikuwa hapo. So kuna huyo.
No.
Then sasa kuna ule mwenyewe we are not dating lakini we kidogo one time something happened. So sometimes I'm like where uko? Maybe he's married, maybe he's not even, maybe he has a girlfriend, maybe he's whatever, but anapiganga occasionally niaje huko. So you pull up, pull up, shughuli inapangwa nini na everybody goes their own way. So hakuna huyo. Na pia kuna ule mwenyewe anasema huyo akiniomba hata leo mapema very fast. So for every woman there's normally that kajago. Na pia kuna wale wanampasiu na wataki. Huo Obinna. So kuna hiyo mbogi. So when you get any lady and she allows you to date her whatever, never assume that you're alone. There are competition, kuna watu wanamtaka. Then kuna msemaji alikuwa
hata mna date bado actively na
mnapostiana
every day. Kuna mwenye akwa DM tu bado.
Wana like wako tu like.
Kwani wewe nikuulize, hujaipita na dem mwenye unaona ni couple? Unaona hii couple inakuanga online wamependana nini lakini unapita na hugu shodo.
Mwass ndo ana.
Mwass anakoneza tabia.
Mwass anajeza.
That was my younger self. That was last month.
See. Yeah. So there are a power couple. You're like, oh my God. Aki Mariah na Obinna wanapenda.
Wasa wanasamanga nini excuse wasa na kuanga eti relationship ni yao. Mimi kama wana cheat.
Ndio wameamuliana. No, and it's very true. You ndio mliamuliana.
But that's nothing kweli kwa sababu they're the ones dating. So if one of them is cheating,
you owe each other loyalty. Me, don't add me in that
Exactly. But now, so that's the way it happens most of the time. Not all the time, but most of the time. So kama mwanaume usibother who has been there before. Because if you bother, inakuanga noma.
No, but again, why are you bothering? Just worry about yourself.
Sometimes it's good to check.
Napenda vile watu wanakuanga gangster hapa hivi lakini
No, but seriously though, why are you worrying about the last nigga?
That's true.
I saw there's the podcaster called Cam Newton from the States. Yeah, listen, because he's in the he's a celebrity. When he dates a celebrity, he demands to know
her previous
celebrity.
Yeah, but anasema only if the ladies in the industry. She demands to know who in the industry because they're all peers and they're about.
That's
they're
normally
going
a
to
good
bump
thing.
in so many areas.
Yes.
So if I date a celebrity, normally I ask them who they've been with in the industry.
But sometimes they'll never tell you. Most of the time, unajua body count ya madem haipitangi 5.
3 kwanza siku hizi. 3 ni.
Unasikia body count
hata Mariah ni 3. 3.
Body count yako Mariah? Kara, 2. There you have the answer. Haipitangi 5.
Yeah.
But bro, Nairobi watu kwani my Airbnb zina why are they thriving and hotels are failing?
Hotels are failing.
Hotels zimekuwa too public.
Bro,
Airbnb
ukitaka kubook Airbnb Friday unakwambia fully booked.
Time ya COVID, the country was closed but Airbnb zina thrive.
Yes.
Hakuna ndege zinaingia.
Local tourists. Please. And nowadays, by there are people. The people who cheat more nowadays are people in marriages or situationships. This is how it works. She leaves the house in the morning, goes to work. The husband leaves the house morning, goes to work. Lunchtime, husband goes to do whatever. The wife goes to do whatever. In the evening, they come back to the house. Beautiful
Happy
marriage.
home.
They continue. Happy home.
Wananuka tu shower gel.
Imperial.
Wengine waogangi. Yeah. So inakuanga hivyo. Wengine nao gari kwa parking lot basement 2 ama B3 ya ofisi. Mama inachemuka nini whatever. So that's the way it happens and everybody just anaona mimi mtu wangu anakamingi home. He comes home every night or she sleeps next to me, bro. Kwanza ladies when they do it. You never know. They are very smooth.
Yeah.
Mimi na Mariah naweza kuwa napanga kazi hapa na hata mjui. Tukutana bado tumechukiana. Hayo bina never, guys.
Mimi never. Mimi wacha na Namibia. Anyway,
Kuoa never.
Never say never.
Yeah, never say never.
Change mind.
Yeah.
Nilikwambia
endelea kubebwa na upepo wewe utashangaa.
Change is inevitable.
Let me move to politics kidogo.
Yeah.
Eriko and Jalas.
Yeah.
I didn't know Eriko was interested in Lang'ata.
I also didn't know.
Until Juicy, sindio? Because I knew Eriko was definitely interested in politics.
Yeah.
But I didn't know it was Lang'ata. So jana man leo Jalas alimwambia ingie
Embakasi
East.
Yeah.
Juu Lang'ata bado yendo prefer.
Embakasi East kwa Babu.
Which means that as it stands, Jalas is still looking to go back to Lang'ata.
Yeah,
and then clearly Babu
running
governor. So Embakasi East is open. Yeah. But
I think it's people who are telling Eric go to Lang'ata. Eric has never said he's going to Lang'ata. I'm here to see.
But I've seen Octopizo has declared he wants to run for Kibra.
Yeah, pambani anaweza pata. You never know. You know the Gen Z are changing everything. No. Kibra Jalasa yuko. Then Lang'ata Eric hajasema ni watu.
Lang'ata si Kibra.
Yeah, so Lang'ata ni watu wamesema Eric hajasema. Because Eric and Jalas, they're also brothers, they're friends, they've been in the industry for a while. I don't think Eric could do that. If Jalang'o is running, it's common sense.
Yeah, Eric wouldn't.
Yeah, Eric could not. So Eric could run somewhere else that is also an easy win.
Yeah.
Do you think then it's just a strategy between Eric and Jalas for Jalas to announce that Eric
No.
is interested
it's not a strategy between Eric and Jalas. It's Jalas' strategy. So Eric pia labda aliona kwa hizo. Eric akosini
kama sisi.
Yeah, Eric akosini bro. Bro umeadhibu. Sasa umwambia na makadhiisi bro. Yeah, because now you know Jalang'o has been in politics now for a while.
Yeah.
And he has learned the game.
Yeah.
He understands the game. Then also now you know he's on the government side. So Fulusi pia itakuwa mrefu. Alafu ukiangalia who else is running in Lang'ata, so utacheki hata kama juzi nisikia ODM wanasema we had chased them away. Does he really need to be in ODM right now to win? After Baba left right now, ODM kidogo.
You think so?
I know so. Because Baba was the wow factor of ODM. When Baba left, we have a couple of people who are trying. They're doing a good job. Akina Sifuna, the rest, they're doing a good job. Even the current chair, the party leader, they're doing a good job. But they're not Baba. You cannot be. But for example, if I leave Obinna TV Studios right now, the wow factor of Obinna TV Studios is Obinna. Unless I leave very proper systems that were not left in ODM, that now other people follow.
Yeah.
Like this is now what multinationals do. When the person retires, you see like when the late Bob left Safcom, it's still doing well because now there are systems in place. Those systems are not in ODM. We know there are a few systems, but now we have, Baba is the one who was telling people, where, Nyamaza, Kachini, Nini, come together, your brothers. Serious can't pull people like that.
Succession politics, ODM is a problem.
So for Jalang'o, I think all it just needs is the favor of the people, the money, na pige kelele, you never know.
You think they'll stay in government till 2027, ODM?
I'm not sure because I've seen a lot of reactions from different people. You see, like, for example, when Wanga said they have a broad-based candidate and everything, and Sifuna says there's nothing like a broad-based party, is either ODM or whatever. So they're having their own misunderstandings and everybody's rushing to communicate, of which now there's no that structure. Because Sifuna is the SG. If someone is talking for the party, it's supposed to be Sifuna because he's the SG.
Everyone else we count as their opinion.
Exactly. But now if everybody else is talking apart from the SG, and then chairman Pia, the party leader Pia, ameongea pendo mcheko to go, yo, we like you. We like the way you're letting it rip. It's like, oh, wait a minute. He's very calm and whatever. And he's like, let me call Babu, I'll talk to him. Let me do whatever.
And he did actually. Because I saw, and then he said, if Babu wins the nomination, we'll give him the ticket.
Exactly. So him at least is different, and he's also doing what these people were not used to. Because people are used to, as we're next to this person, we tell him, wachana na ule mse, then atatuskiza. But now him is coming with his own mind. And now the party is now having different people with their own minds. You've had also rumors of Siju Wanga will be a deputy president for Ruto. Siju Wanga is going for a second time. Mara, she'll not get whatever.
Mara Winnie will deputize Sakaja.
Exactly. So there's a lot of things happening around. And 2027 is not a long way out. And in the next 2-3 months,
exactly.
In the next 2-3 months, a lot is going to change. A lot. Because, Babu has also still not announced what he wants.
Babu is a friend. Give us inside information. We'll blip.
I don't have inside information, but I know what I've told him. Meaning, bro, this is the best chance for you to try your hand on presidency. This is why. Even if you don't win, the idea is not to win. The idea is to prepare for 2032, then start building to be the kingpin in opposition mapema. Because at the moment, apart from Rigiji, who else is holding the government in check? Everybody is
and even when Rigiji does it, people feel like it's out of
spite.
Out of spite, right?
Because alikuwa ndani akatolewa. Then also they've branded Rigiji tribal. So once they paint you in a certain way, even Baba was painted those names. Oh, you are a father of violence. Then Akufa, oh, he's a very good person. Then I'm like, sit down. So the same thing they've done for Rigiji, and they've successfully managed to brand him tribal because he speaks in Kikuyu. But he's Kikuyu. What do you want him to speak in Chinese? Okay? Or they've branded him many other things. But when he talks, so when he talks, people are like, he's a vindictive fellow, alitolewa, nini. So kuna yo kumdismiss. But you don't have anybody who is genuinely coming from the people. Went out to piganie. The only person we know who has fought with the people is Babu. If you look for the Sifuna, whoever, all the people in ODM, apart from Babu,
even Sifuna.
Fighting. Sijasema kutembea kwa street. Sifuna ameishi kwa kalala ndani.
But I don't think lazima
Sifuna amepigwa.
I feel like
apart from tear gas.
Kupigwa amepigwa, but nasema ile
tear gas. Kupigwa, si tear gas kupigwa.
Maybe hajapigwa but he's
still part of the fight.
No. I'm not dismissing that. I'm not even downplaying that. I'm not saying it's not the side of the people. I'm saying the person like Baba, mwenye atakuwa na nyinyi kwa war till the end. If you look at the whole ODM faction, wale nyakoju, kuna wengine huku chini pia ni wanoma, lakini bado hajafikia level. Who do you see mwenye unasema huyu tunaweza naye war na asitoke kwa war front?
You know what we're saying, Obinna, the other day? Tulikuwa nasema in 2025 now, even where things are standing now, Baba gone and the way politics is changing, Babu, if that DJ Evolve thing did
not happen, things
Babu
would be very different.
Because if you think about anything else they pin on Babu,
it's that
mostly Neo, and then what else?
Nothing.
Na sasa wanamuita
Mostly
muhindi, wanamuita muhindi.
I mean,
hata Muhindi na
Now that you said it, I see.
I'm like
Yeah.
jamaa Parklands.
They're fetching.
Yeah.
They're
Ende tu
reaching.
ameweka ile dot ya recording.
Yeah. But no, you know the good thing with DJ Evolve? DJ Evolve didn't die. He's still alive.
Yeah.
And one time, maybe next year, maybe sometime, they'll explain what happened. You guys will be very shocked about what happened. I know. Okay, but it's not my place to say it. And I've said this thing before. So it happens, like I said, as a man, if you are guilty until proven innocent, and are proven innocent, everybody will mind their business. So people will say, wewe ni mwaji, aje uamse bado. Okay, but it's speculative. However, why am I saying Babu has a chance to run for presidency? You see, if Babu runs for president today, when we're doing this podcast, he might win because of the situation. He's an underdog. The underdog always has a chance to try kidogo. So what one is ampatia tu ile hasira. Ile wacha tu tupatie because of. But in 2027, it's normally a bit difficult to defeat someone who's going for their second term. Okay? And especially the person you want to defeat is a genius. He's a guy who, he beat the system and everybody knew it when he was outside.
Yeah.
So now he's the system. So come on, man. And he also has fulus like nobody's business right now. And he also has the military and everything. So now it will be a bit tricky. However, the young people say, huyu ndio sasa nakaku. So Babu akishikana na Sifuna, na shikane na ule wa kutoka Kisii.
Simba.
No, not Simba. No. But hata kina Simba wanaweza kuwa hapo. Is a senator, Onyonka.
Onyonka, yeah.
Onyonka
sinaona kwa side ya Rigiji na wewe. No, side ya candidate wa Jubilee mwenye Matiang'i. So Onyonka kwa side ya Matiang'i ama?
No, you know he's Kisii. So people are going back to their
roots,
where you identify with
tribes.
Yeah, so there's that card, and then also at the moment guys are a little bit confused because wajui utakuwa side ya Rigiji tukiwa side ya Rigiji akiran, what happens to Kalonzo, what happens to Matiang'i, what happens to nani. So a lot of people are trying to find places that they will land. So if you look at someone establishing themselves for 2032, kwanza ni sahi. And then, if Babu runs for governor, ataichukua early in the morning. However, the problem is this. After governor, what next? Then, Nairobi governor's seat is normally very dirty.
Yeah.
The minute you sit on it, they'll find a way to sonkorize you. None of them alifanya sonko.
Yeah.
Especially if you're there for the people and you're not working with the cartels.
Yeah.
That is why Miguna never got it.
Yeah.
Miguna's manifesto, if you sit down and listen to Miguna's manifesto, you'll be like, Miguna should be president.
Yeah.
But the cartels are like, hey, this guy's not good for business. So watafanya ni wataka pale GNR, ama kae mali huko Tirum, naseme hapana, huyu hapana, wacha tu nini. So he might be the governor, but he might not be the best governor because of what they will do to him.
Okay.
You get?
Yeah.
Kumfanya asifanye kazi, whatever. So atakuwa napigana sana na wase instead of kufocus on the job. Then also when you look at after becoming governor, longevity. Do you run for a second term? Do you do whatever? So it's a bit kidogo, but this is what I always say, to each
their own.
Yeah.
So whatever Babu wants, sisi tunaangalia, sisi tuko na opinion zetu. Mimi nasema mimi ningekuwa Babu, mimi ningeenda tu hapa, nimejua vizuri naweza kosa queen. Ama, you know, so shit happens. Unaweza enda hivi upate Gen Z wamegeuka kidogo, upate early in the morning to Senegal. But yeah, we have a young president. We're like, wait a minute, how did that happen? Because even when Ruto won, they all, Azimio team didn't believe it.
Yeah.
They're like, wait a minute, tulikuwa na huru, tulikuwa zina nani, tumepatiwa machopa.
Kila kitu.
Nini, ameshindaje? Watu wakabeba mahote wakipeleka kwa nini? So that is what happens. So sometimes you might be surprised.
Yeah.
But the good time for me would be now to start setting up for 2032. But if he wants. But kama ni governor ameonea seat, achukue. But governor pia ukiangalia, mimi nilikuwa naona hata Sifuna ndaende hiyo governor.
Sifuna ni mjanja. Sifuna ni mjanja sana. Sifuna anajua governor Nairobi
Noma.
Na anaweza run second term senator. Atarun second term senator, atakuwa the side of the people. Then sasa atachukua. Then sasa he'll nini. But I'm sure Sifuna would never go for governor side. Why? If you're Sifuna size, would you go for governor Nairobi? Knowing what Nairobi governor comes with.
No.
And then Sifuna ni mtu anawapashanga kila siku online. So anamngoja tu. He wouldn't.
So it's tricky. In Nairobi governor one is looks nice. But when you sit on that throne,
it's
not
something else.
I'm sure it's stress.
And even on the other time we were discussing and saying, okay, you put a governor in place now, like Sakaja, sindio?
Yeah.
Everyone else hapo except from MCAs see elective positions.
Yep.
Atawapata hapo. Some of them have been there
Forever.
Since tukua na men.
Forever.
Bro.
Forever.
Unapata wazito.
Yeah, wako huko.
Forever.
So how much power does this governor have as well?
It's tricky.
much.
We need to clean the whole
During the whole
What if
farm.
we
so
did
what if now Rigiji huyu jamaa wa Rivayala mbona anashinda
Matiang'i.
Rigiji Matiang'i Kalonzo and
Omtata, Maraga.
one
They
collision.
form a coalition.
And then they have some of the popular ODM guys akina maybe Sifuna Sioni
But even if they form a coalition, who will be their top guy?
That's it.
That's
Because
what I'm thinking.
everybody wants.
Everybody wants a seat at the table.
but also they have this MOUs when they decide for sure Kalonzo is the most preferred. Sahi. I don't think Rigiji, Kalonzo will be the most preferred, then they'll pick a deputy, prime minister. They'll give themselves positions. Then wengine watapatiwa cabinet secretaries, nini. Sini hizo MOU tu zinaonafanyanga tu. But it has to be Kalonzo.
They will announce the coalition, but mpaka waseme number 1 ndo huyu na running mate ndo huyu ndo watu wata make decision.
I don't think Kalonzo might be given with the people based on precedence. You know what Kalonzo stands for from these other people's perspective, because huyu anaweza tuacha kwa street lights. Anaweza kwa mataa huyu.
Watermelon.
Yeah, so there's that notion that now is a very hard task for him to now clean, tell people, no, I'm not like that. Me as a till the end. That is why other people are preferring Matiang'i, because he seems like he's a strong guy, he can command. But now, Matiang'i is being pushed so much with the kisses.
Yeah.
And the other guys are just like, ay, kidogo.
And the Kenyatas.
And the other guys are like, ay, kidogo tricky.
feels
Then
like a
also,
political-
if you look at Kalonzo, with the kisses really, and then Luos, knowing kiburi wa Jaluo na kwanga naye waseme ni aje tunapatia Kalonzo,
But
it will be a bit
the
tricky.
question would be as we lead towards the elections, right? If, say, a big percentage of the population actually really must go. If that remains and becomes a thing. Because
Itakuwa tu kama 202. Whoever's the better option will just move with that.
because between now and then, who knows what's going to happen?
Yeah.
Saizi kwanza venye wana pass 2 bills right, left, center, wasa wana complain. If you go back to a situation where we were last time and guys were collect list and atutaki, then it means a lot of people could profit, including now the Babus. That's why I'm like, it's too early, but so much could happen, and it depends on how people position themselves.
If they want, they would come together, which Kenyans rarely do.
Yeah.
Like coming together for a common goal, it would work. Like all this, when you mentioned your coalition, not waseme ni aje, si tuna rally behind umse. It might. But if they don't do that, hizo makura zimeharibika mapema.
Sasa watagawana tena. Itakuwa like now what Kalonzo did to Rao.
Yep.
Yeah, watermelon.
Wanda split sana.
And how soon will they announce? What's the best time to
Hey,
announce?
Saizi, everybody's holding their cards very close.
Saini holiday season. So it's hard to announce now because watu wanakuwa na mavitu mingi. Yeah. So early next year, ikifika mamacha hapo watu watakuwa wamejipanga. Because now that's when kelele now starts. Printing of t-shirts. Utuone juu ya maroadshow tracks. Ndani.
Ununue Range Rover mpya uweke rap ya blue, mimi kwa performance ya yellow.
No, this is what I said. By the also, it's for 2026, 2027, it's going to be a very hard task for entertainers, especially comedians, MCs, musicians, and everything. Because no matter the side that you support, you're going to pay for that shit. That's what everybody needs to know. So before you support any side, just make sure umepewa do yenye uko zile za wacha kina mic check ongea lakini nimepata range mpya mimi niko sawa hiyo kitu nilikuwa nataka. Because if you support the government and majority of the people are against the government, now you lose the people. If you support the people and you start fighting the government, bro, the government is the government. You also
we're bound to lose.
So it's tricky. So I'm thinking at a presidential Mr. kwa huko, unless Babu ana run, which I said I'll campaign for him for free for whatever position, hata kwa nataka MCA, mimi I'm campaigning for free. But uko presidential, I don't think I'll be there unless nipatiwe tu maziwa tu mrefu. Atile unaambiwa kama hivi, kat chini, shika hii mita, unajua tuongee tu maziwa, niambie unakupenda 50 mic, tunataka ABC, nakwambia sawa. Nikitoka hapo najua nimebaika shamba, nimefanya nini, nimekea watoto wangu medical, education policy nini, bam. Then atulia nasema tupande juu ya roadshow track. Lakini hii kukaa chini nipatia pesa naweza tengeneza online. Alafu niende nitukanwe huko online niambie wewe ndio umetoka kwa shida.
Mimi najua
na mwenye anakutukana pia alipigia umse kura.
Imagine na umse mwenye anakutukana mama yake anapikanga huko ama alikuwa kwa roadshow ama anauza matisha.
Mimi naona the best decision ni kubaki on the side of the people, because governments come and go. Now imagine saizi upatwe hiyo 50M and then you decide to support the government, si ndio? whatever happens. So the government comes in, politicians pay watu loyal. You don't get anything meaningful, and you've lost the people.
What's the
then
point?
what happens to you?
That is why I
but
said
people will
Maziwa.
always be there.
No, that's why I said Maziwa lazima kuwe mrefu. Let me ask you a very this is a very simple question.
The money must belong.
The highest leader.
The money must belong.
Ishanget campaign imeisha. Once they get elected, bado ni mtu wao.
Of course. Now,
Right,
let me explain
guarantee.
this. This podcast, you guys will do it for how long for you guys to make 50 million?
You never
Yes,
know.
kusumbue.
You see what I mean?
Okay, you're not in a Range Rover yangu ya yellow.
And then for all of us here, we might sit in front of cameras and tell people the way, ni. Bro, me and everything I'm doing is me first. Second is my kids. Then now my family. And then now the rest. Priority in my life is me. So what do I want? I want A, B, C, D. Okay? Aya. Today, whether you choose to be here or there, whatever is going to happen, is going to happen. Let's not get deeper because Masubaru,
Zitaja.
Subaru ya
Okay.
6 lakini KDV.
Yeah. So, no matter what we say or do, whatever is supposed to happen or has been planned to happen is going to happen. You are a very small part in the whole web.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay? Then today, if Chaxy is called chini ya maji naambia Chaxy ni aje, shika 50 mic ndio hii. Kwanza unapatiwanga in dollars. Si mic check itadai tu hapo. Yatanyoa hizi vitu. Kama ukae chini leo angalie.
Tutabaki na kamera
And
moja
then-
mimi na Mariah hapa. How's your week?
All the best finding me.
And have you seen Chaxy only Monaco, Bahamas? Oh my God, nini. And you see all these politicians, no matter who, all of them that are on that space, they're there for their own self-interest.
Yeah.
Everybody has their own personal vendetta. That is why they're there. They're not there for us. Even the ones that will come later. Then the system is made in such a way that for us to have an overhaul for whatever we have now, we need about 20 to 50 years. So that we can drain. Because even if you remove this person, another person comes in and
the
for
systems are
example,
still the same.
when Uhuru was there, si tulitukana Uhuru, tukamwita Jaden, tukamwita majina nini, mpaka katoka Twitter nini, tukasema kwenda, then we gave somebody else. Then now we're doing the same thing. And before Uhuru, so we had was it Kibaki?
Yeah.
We were the same thing. So now, Kibaki was the best. Juzi Uhuru amekapale, Uhuru was the best. But during Uhuru's time, do you know
he
what
was
was
the
happening?
worst.
Yeah, he was not.
See, people are being found.
Rivayala came back.
Yeah.
Okay? But now people don't see all this because now you're seeing this person who now is bad because now you want this. But then akitoka tena mweke someone else.
He'll be the bad one and you'll say
He'll be the bad
Ruto.
one.
Yeah.
Exactly. So inakuanga na self-interest. And then these politicians, wale wako kwa gava inafanya kazi. Nini? Wale wako nje hakuna
Once
nini?
they're kicked
Then
out,
wakiwekwa ndani.
yeah, it's working.
Look at it this way. ODM used to fight the gava. Proper. Then a few people are given some
So suddenly we are
minister
working
chairs.
together.
As we took a broad-based, sisi tumewachwa kwa broad-based. Sisi, baba akitoka baba tuwachwa kwa broad-based. Sasa sisi tuko kwa broad-based, mpaka 2027. Sisi hatuki broad-based.
Alafu Secretary General anawaangalia tu ako like.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anaangalia tu ako zile za come on.
SG ako
man.
like,
Yeah. So it's a little bit, it's not as easy as I will stay for the people. I'll just fight for the people. Now, before the people, there is you. You are a person. What do you want? Then what do the people want? What everybody wants is money, bro. What Kenyans want? Why are Kenyans revolting, doing whatever? Because nobody got money. If people have money like Uganda, watu wameshiba tu. Everybody wants money. And everybody in Kenya, leo kikalishwa chini wambiwe ni aje, shika hiki chele, shut up. They will. It's just that they've not gotten that chance. That is why online someone will insult you and say a lot of things. Then when you meet them personal,
They have nothing to
Chaxy
say.
ni uko fan wako maze. Silongeba maze iza maze ilikuwa tu nini.
Banta tu.
Bro, I was in the wedding for Chesang over the weekend.
Yeah.
The president pulled up. Everybody stood up. Everybody was struggling to get close, to take pictures, to do whatever. I was just looking at people. I'm like, yeah.
Bolo pia amezoom hapo kwa video ingine ya
Exactly.
line.
Hata Bola alikuwa hapo.
Zoom.
Yeah. So that is the power that he has.
Proximity
So
power.
hata leo hawa wase wanatukana president, kwenda nini? Hawa watu kutoka Jakaranda kwenda wapi? All of this president pulls up and tells you, kijana, how are you? Hey, bwana. Most people who talk have never met the president physically. They never met Baba. Me, the first time I met Baba kwa toilet za Serena nili freeze. I couldn't say anything.
Alikuwa
Niko hivi amekama I'm like, wait a minute.
Na alikuwa peke yake?
Yeah, ameingia tu peke yake, sema cha security nje ya mlango. Then this is a long time ago. Nini yangu ikanyonga. Unajua venye kukatanga nini katikati na kwanga noma for
story yangu na bien unakumbuka?
Yes, ikakatika. Nikatoka nje nikasimama kwa mlango sana ngoja. When you go down nikamwambia, hello sir, my father really loves you.
My father ni yeye.
Yeah. So that is what I managed to tell him, because it was back then. I don't even know what I had gone to do in Serena, but I was just starting my career. But it's a while ago. A while back. But he hit me with that thing.
Was it
like, yeah?
Alitoka shame.
The hell? That's your father, man. Yeah. So that's the same thing that happens. Even the first time I met Uhuru, then when I met Ruto, the first time. Also, there's that element of. So that's why unapatanga msana meet president anashindwa kitu ya kusema. Muliona Pascal Tokana mambo, ona Selina. Wataka unaambia ona Selina, mtu kunako kakitu kana kuchapanga tu juu. Me I meet my fans and they start trembling me. I'm just Obinna, man. Now imagine you meet a president, the person who can change your whole life and your whole generation like this. Asema tu kijana venye moyo alikuwa anasema, wewe kwanza leo ndio dio. Tunaitwa Gachagua, wewe ni dio. Yeah. So when that time will come is now when the chips will fall wherever they will, and then people will see. However, this is what I've said for every other person, including myself. It's a very hard task. If you choose the money, bro, you're going to lose your people. And I also know that very well. But if you choose the people, you might not lose the money, or you may. Because if you choose the people, that means you're going to be fighting the government. Now, think of it this way. You fight the government and then it wins again.
You fight harder.
Utakuwa mgeni wa nani? Aya. Unaona hii cyber crimes bill that has been signed into law. Jana nimehost nani. You guys need to have him here. Muigai Nganga. He broke it down. Bro, go watch that episode. If that thing gets activated and it's passed, Kapishi podcast mnaifanya tena hivyo venye mnafikiria mnaifanya hivyo. So there's a lot of watch that episode, you'll see. And for everybody, check that episode.
Tuanza kudevelop coded language.
Yeah. So if that happens, you find that it will be very hard for people to do a few things. And when that happens, you might turn into Uganda or Tanzania, where now internet can be switched off at will. Because we've suspected there's a terrorist activity that's happening. These guys or podcasts are pushing people to. So there's a lot that is happening behind the scenes that most Kenyans don't know. But when you sit down and call yourself committing Ozileza, am I safer leaving the country? Am I safer staying? And if I stay...
Once you've been a show live,
so there's that option. Then you're like, do I stay and fight? And if I fight, am I fighting for the country or am I fighting for me? Because everybody who fights they don't fight for the country, they fight for themselves.
True.
Me, I'm fighting so I can have a better life. My kids can have a better life. Freedom of expression, movement, and everything. It's not for the people. The people is collateral, byproducts. But my main agenda, I'm fighting for rights and freedom so my kids can have. So everybody has a personalized agenda. But now when you get to your objective, why are we talking here right now? Tumeongea for the last maybe 1 hour, 2 hours? Since payday. Someone comes and gives you 50 mic. Do you know, in your lifetime, you might maybe never touch 50 mic imeshikana hivi. Unaweza sukuma maybe utaifika 20 mic lakini ukikwa cumulatively. Unless one time a multinational wenye siku hizi pia waspend do wakuja wapatie gilbis 2 wasemeni aje tutapatia sasa pesa nyingine fiti. No, maybe, but that one rarely happens in Kenya. For you to just sign a deal, then you're given like 20 mic. At 10 mic saizi, Kenya is very wanakwambia aje will give you $1 million, you know, nini usukume whatever, and then they overwork you because also times are tough for them. And then also the setups that we have even in our law, they're not even being forced to use. You see, like now when betting was banned for influencers, do you know betting adverts are still happening? Do you know who's advertising them? AI, bro. Ads zinafanywa na AI ama zinafanywa na watu wa nje na zina run hapa, man. So your pesa that is supposed to come to our pockets as the creatives here is going to South Africa, is going to wherever India. And wherever. You see, like at Zakok, most of them are shooting on SA. But see the consumers hapa. But if our laws would say, if you want to shoot here, if you want advert run here, you shoot here, you put the money here. You see, like now the state of Georgia. Georgia has these tax incentives. If you shoot a movie in Georgia and use some of the talents there, they give you some tax breaks. That's why sometimes when you see some movie stars, unaona kale ka pitch. Nakuwa pitch kengine imeandikwa Georgia. So those movies have been shot in Georgia and they've been given that by the government and the system set. Hapa hivi wapi? So ads are happening, za betting.
Yeah,
Mimi toka kwa betting, I used to make some good money from the betting. I had, bro, I was making good money. Bro, they left everything shifted upside down because the money went, all of it, and it has stopped. And nobody really cares because I don't really care about you.
I thought,
bro, I'm telling you, nobody cares. Okay, nobody.
As long as they're not affected directly.
Exactly. Me, it doesn't affect me. I'm good. That is why even when Nganga Mugai yesterday was breaking down this cyber crimes bill, on the comments, someone is, I'm like, do you know if this thing happens, it'll affect you and it'll affect me.
Yeah.
It's the same as bad leadership. If I choose today and support the government or the opposition, if the opposition wins and they have bad leadership, the way in the last one I was supporting the opposition, which won, and then people are like, where do you president kwa wheelbarrow? I'm like, how was I supposed to know? Kwani mini Mungu? That time I identified what they were selling, what they were talking about, and I was like, okay, this is a person I identify. He's a hustler, whatever. Exactly. He's a hustler like me. That's where I'm going with. Me, I don't want to go with deep state and whatever. This is what we're going against. And that's where the people were, majority, who are even insulting you, and they were there. So you get there, or you support the government. Then it becomes even worse. Oh, when do you support government? So you're damned if you do, damned if you don't. You'll never know. Like, for example, today we decide and say Sifuna is the best and he becomes president. Then he changes. How are we supposed to know? You will not know. It depends on what Sifuna wants for himself and then now for the country. That is why even for Tanzania, was it Jakaya Kikwete? What he wanted for the country. Then now when he left and then the other people came and then now Akina Magufuli, then now Mama Suluhu, Samia, and people are like, wait a minute, come on, we never... The same way, right now in Uganda, maybe Museveni means well. And maybe he's just old school. And if he leaves, you might even find a worse person. You're like, afadhali Museveni. Museveni was the best. Or you'll find a better person and go like, where?
We did so much progress
if we did that
exactly
10, 20 years ago.
Exactly. So there's, in politics, you never know until someone takes power. Me, I have politicians that I campaigned for. And since they got the seats until today, they've never given me a single tender. And I campaigned for them for free. Now wakafika kwa kiti na wakakaa hivi. Unaona governor, niaje? Uko fiti? Nini? Yes, bro, mame, I'll organize nini. And I'm not telling you to give me preference. I have a supplies company, I have a constructions company. Ni petition niambie niaje, these are the documents, ni petition niweke kwa system. Then give me, I will do the job, pay me for my work. Same thing what is happening for Sami Kioko in Machakos. He's brought the papers and everything.
Very sad.
And don't think that the governor has not seen that. She has seen it.
She's still silent. Amesema kitu.
Hajaongea, but the procurement guy spoke.
Akasema?
Alisema, msana piga politics, sijui whatever. Na Sami Kioko, he spoke very silently and said he went to the office, akatukanwa, akaambiwa, wenda unachafulia governor jina nini. Do you know the solution to that problem? Niaje, ebu come, atulifanya, it's so bad, man. Pole tulisahau. Let's do this. We might not have budgets now, but we'll sort you. Ama we can start paying. Tunapea mita hivyo ikisonga. But you know this guy supplied. Why would Sami Kioko out of nowhere just come and say, I supplied the county government worth 19 million, hawajanilipa. Sami Kioko of all the people. If it was on Obinna, you could have gone, Obinna, we now unapenda kipindi. Like, come on. And then he's just being honored by the whole county government. You know, it's not, everybody's looking at the governor. The governor is just one person. There's a system. From the governor's PA, chief of staff, Nini, everybody, procurement office, finance, marketing, all of those people in the county, including the members of parliament, to the MCAs, all of them are just sitting down there looking at Sami Kioko like this, cry, suffer, close down shop and everything. Why? Because nobody cares.
They're not affected.
They are not affected. It doesn't affect them. So wewe hata ukienda 2027, usikae chini na assume ati ukisupport either the government or support the opposition, at is because
be clear,
no. You might support the opposition, they might get in power, and then they become even worse. You always hear the stories people say, huyu Rigiji mnamsupport akichukua power mutaimba. He might take and become even better. Or he might take and become worse. Or maybe the president, who we have now, means well, ni sisi nda tujamu understand because maybe he's thinking way ahead. So sisi, hear me out. What we know until now is the government is very poor with their communication. And the opposition is very exactly. Because majority of the people in there are not well deserving of their positions.
True.
So
that's a fact.
Wamepatiwa ile ya umorio then unaambiwa fanya hii shughuli, wanaweza fail kufanya, but that might not be the intention of the president. But because president pia ako busy, anajaribu kuachieve a lot of things together by himself, hakuna kale kakokun, so atuna misunderstand. Then the opposition, who is us and the other people, we are very loud in communication and we are precise. And then remember, watu wa mashida huwa wanagather pamoja. Suffering is attractive. If I'm suffering, hey bro, pia ulita, hey man, uni muri wangu man. Exactly.
Yeah.
So when you're suffering together, you guys always feel is okay. But when a few are suffering, you're like, mazemi niko peke yangu and whatever. So maybe they're very poor in their communication and the intentions are, I'm using the word maybe.
Maybe, yeah.
And the intentions are good, but they don't know how to communicate, because even the people who are communicating, hawajui kitu wanasema, because hawajaexplainiwa vizuri. Ama
hizi miaka zote by now, kwani wao wajarealize wako poor in communication, basi wabadilishe.
Wamerealize, but structures there, then like we've said, nobody cares about you, everybody cares about themselves. So, mi nimepanga vizuri, mi nasonga nayo, tunaenda, tupige shughuli, ama namna gani, tunasonga. So you never know until. So if Ruto is gonna win his second term, that is now when people will wake up and say, kumbe atakuwa mbaya, kumbe alikuwa mangafiti. Ama atako zile, So you never know until
it happens.
Hapo sasa kwanza ile yenye harudi hatafuti ingine ya tatu juu ndio mwisho. Hey bro,
who tells you atafuti ingine ya tatu?
Vumbi.
That's what nikwambia. Utakuwa mnamka asubuhi mnalala huko hivi apite juu yake, apite juu just chafue viatu.
There is a bill that the MPs want to extend their terms.
So hata nikwambia
don't assume.
Hiyo ki happen sasa
Namibia.
Mimi naambia story ya Namibia, mnaona ni jokes. Ngoja.
Yeah. So this is what I mean. I've sat down with a couple of politicians. So I've sat down with politicians online and offline. Bro, they don't care about you guys. They don't care about me. They don't care about nobody. They care about themselves. So if you can get yours, chukua yako na usonge. Because it's beyond you. It's beyond me. The only way we have a solution is if we all come up together, which is impossible at the moment because of tribal spaces. Who is talking? Obinna anatuambia ati hii gava Obinna pia kwende anakuanga nini. Mimi nafuata nani, because who is talking? Who is saying what? Me, I like Sifuna, I'll follow what Sifuna says.
Maandamano pia suliona.
Exactly.
Kuna wenye watachukua kidogo mani waruke. Hata mkiamua mkuje pamoja, the
same thing.
Yeah.
Yes. So you never know for politicians until they take it. So usiye kachini kama msee, wewe ni fala, wewe huku umeona. No. Sometimes huyo mwenye umeona ni mzuri anakamini. Yeah, so don't be very quick to judge other people. Mi nasema to each his own. Wewe pambana wewe unataka nini? Me, I'll never judge you for seeing you campaigning for the president or umeenda State House. Wewe msema kwa nini ameenda State House? Bro, ukilala njaa, unalala njaa kivyako. Na ukikama online wambesema nimelala njaa tena na kuchekelea. For example, Sami Kioko has been going through this problem with the county government. What would have been the easiest solution? All of us, from creatives to other people, we go to Machakos. And we camp outside that.
My question is, what is the work of your digital creators, whatever?
Kuna hata mimi si member huko. It's a few people will come together and say we want to do this, but we still don't have proper structures that is helping do that. But forget even having an association. It's just a human thing. Tumeona huyu anafanyiwa vibaya, let's rally up and support. You see the way the TikTokers are doing and supporting nini? Same thing. Tuseme tu ni aje, Kioko lazima tulipe pesa yake ndo tunatoka Machakos. Tutoke tu sisi wa Kenya wote tuende na tukae Machakos na tuende tu kwa governor. And we just surround the bomb and we just sit down. We're not doing anything. We are not fighting. We are not spoiling anything. Tunaleta chakula na governor ako ndani. Haizi toka, haizi fanya anything. Anasema then now we move. We solve the next person's problem. Nani mwingine ako na shida na gava, hivyo mpaka find. Bro, if people start talking about the number of people who have been done dirty by county governments.
Kwanza, when I see people get excited about government tenders, nasamanga mjui. And then you have to spend your own money to deliver stuff.
Yes, then unless unakula nao. Yes. Sasa watatoa yako haraka because yao iko hapo. Exactly.
And you can get a bank loan with an LPO. So imagine now you get a bank loan, you're servicing a loan you haven't been paying.
Now ujalipa.
Bro, watu wengi wamepack.
Imagine having a loan of 19 mic.
It's crazy. It's crazy. So a lot of people are suffering in silence because of this to tender. Msema ameenda kuchukua tender nini kwanza hizo gava nini, then umechezwa, umefanywa mbaya. No man. What is making people lose a lot of money is religion and politics.
Those two.
Religion pia watu wanabebanga wanapelekea praise
Mapasta,
worship
no.
leaders and everything. Bebe
madness.
pastor umeuza shamba, mamako ameuza ng'ombe ampeleka huko ndio aombewe. Na hata hiyo pesa ameuza ng'ombe angeweka kwa biashara.
Unaona kuna
nalala njaa nyumbani.
Huyu jamaa alikuwa anaongea earlier eti prophet amedanganya watu tamekuwa kifast for 9 years. Na watu wako mameingia box.
Watu wanambeba.
The man who never eats. And is alive for 9 years and 9 days.
Alafu akimaliza kuhubiri anaenda choo haja kubwa.
Ama anaenda kunyora.
Wewe unaenda kupupuni.
Kama hujakula 9 years kwani damu yako ina move aje? Ni ma blood clot tu hapo.
Anakuambia watu wa kanisa wameingia box. Yaani wanaona huyu ndio the holier than thou.
Unaingia kwa nyumba yake unapata ako na tissue kule.
When that thing happened for ile massacre in Shakahola, it was the same thing.
Yes.
And when I went to Kitmikai for the tourism gig, I found people living up the stone. In Seme. People are living huko juu. Unapanda mawe huko ndani mnapata tu wasa wamekaa tuko.
Wakiomba?
And mimi nakwambia mimi nimekapa for 1 month nikiomba tu. So they believe hapo Mungu ako hapo kwa hiyo mawe because it's high. Unajua msije afika KICC.
Na akifika KICC naambia ujienda Dubai.
Burj Khalifa. Okay, na Burj Khalifa nao hujapanda ndege because ndege sana
Haya bro.
Dada ndege bado hujaenda kwa Elon Musk. So space station. So there's always a higher, but is as far as your knowledge is. So the same way even in politics. Me, I'll say politician A is good because of my knowledge of him. But there's someone else who knows a very different version of this. Anakuambia, hey, huyo politician humjui vizuri. So don't be quick to judge other people because also as kila mtu anajaribu kusurvive kivyake. Because now, for example, the same thing I was talking about the 50 mic. Me, if I look at my career and I'm like, okay, how long will it take me to make 50 mic? Maybe 2 years.
So you make like 25 mic a year.
Okay. So if you look at that, you're like, I get that. And you're like, if I can get that 50 mic in 2 days.
Why the hell not?
One day,
See, it has saved me 2 years.
Contract.
Yes. Then if I get this 50 mic, what do I do with it? Will it sort me for the rest of my life? If I make the right choices. Now what's my main problem?
6 remaining kids.
Yes. Yeah. So you're like, what's my main problem? I'm like, education. So what do? Let me take like 5 mic. I do policy for all these kids. So they are sorted until college. Mishamaliza. Medication. Another nini. Let me do life insurance. Let me. What's the remaining? I still remaining like 20 mic. I can do whatever. Nimelipa, nimejenga kahau kangu ka whatever. Nimeweka kabiashara nini. Now let me now continue doing what I'm doing. Nikimeka amamita ama 500 per month hivi na hizo matusi zenyu. Mimi niko tu sawa. For the next. Mimi nisha set. Watu yangu wako set. Nini niko set. Mimi niko set. Ama nikatai hiyo. Then ningangane na nyinyi. Then kesho tena lo ingine tena ipitishwe. Then nimesema sasa tuwezi enda live. Unajua kusema tuwezi enda live, you know we are jobless. Ama mjaifikiria hivyo?
Yeah, it's true.
Do you know today internet ikitolewa ama sema tuwezi, you and I, we are jobless. Tutafanya?
Tutaweka episodes kwa flash disk tu.
Hiyo sasa.
Nunua ile 17 bana.
Inakuanga hivyo. Yeah, so it's a decision you have to make for you, for your future, for your present. But every decision you make has a consequence. Lose the people, have the people. But when I lose the people, do I have me? When I have the people, there are people who have the people, but they don't have themselves.
True.
Yeah.
Hey, mimi na watu, maze mimi nimesema na watu, lakini unarudi kwa nyumba unalala njaa. Nini uko na depression, whatever, but you are there. It's like activism. You know, politics has 2 sides mostly. Either you get in as an activist or a philanthropist. If you get in as a philanthropist, you're going to spend a lot of money and you might not even still win.
Sonkore.
But do umetoa. Sonko sana kwanga activist na philanthropist, you balance in between. If you get in as an activist, utafanywa kama Boniface Mwangi. Because mimi napigania wase, unashikwa bro, unapigwa, unasodomaiziwa, unafanyiwa nini. So all of this pain and blood and tears that you've shed, then mjinga mwingine anakama anakuambia wewe kwenda huko wewe nini. Unaangalia mtu anasema bro, I was sodomized because I'm fighting for your rights. So it is either or. So go as a philanthropist, go as an activist, but they all have consequences. So if you need to go as a philanthropist, you need to get the money for you to do as so disposable income ama structures to get it. As an activist, you can do even without money. Unaona kale kaslim kana shinanga na piga kofi kana bebwa kana nanga maandamano peke yake.
I know him. Yeah, that guy.
We want anainonga maina ama naitwa nani? Some guy who is anakwanga
You're fired.
No,
umefinya hiyo base. Ni nani huyo?
Charity Ruiru.
Hello.
Chalo Ruiru masawa.
Umefinya hiyo base. Kwa nini?
Chala ungesema tu kindly text. Charity
because
Chalo
walikuwa straight to mass house, so najua nataka nini.
Yeah. So what was I saying that before? Wewe sasa wana venye umetufanya next.
Activism and philanthropy.
Hata hakuna charity.
Nimeona tu charity. Charity. Sema today my brother is representing. He got a tender. Yeah.
He got a tender, bro.
And the radio supply inches.
So hey, mambo ni mingi. Yeah, so every decision that you're making, even as a politician, if you're getting, that's why me stuck thinking about politics. I'm like, hapa kidogo ni tricky. Any decision you make there's a consequence.
Yeah.
Some you'll spend a lot of money, or some you'll spend a lot of. I was talking about the skinny guy. Nimesahau jina yake Poleni Maze, but he normally does a very good job. He's always championing for the people, but you ifanya peke yake.
The activists, the
I've seen me in court.
He's always
but they don't take him seriously. Mchukui kama mtata. Unajua mtata anaenda anajifunga na nyororo, whatever. Mtata kuna venye afanywangi. Then also Eric pia kikam na mbogi yake, Eric pia anamchukulianga majoka. Huyu amekuja na farasi au wanaume BHS nini. So they also don't take him very seriously. But Boniface Mwangi anachukulianga seriously. That is why they do all of these bad things to him, because he's a threat. Because yeye anakuja na facts nini, na kuna organization, na kuna structure na nini. That's why he's a threat to everybody. But he means well. But what do Kenyans do? The people who mean well when he invite for starehe.
No. You don't vote for the guys who mean well.
Yeah, people are like, Then you vote for someone else, people are like, okay. So that is the way Kenyans are. They will lie to you and say, hapana, for the people nini. But wakienda pale wapange line wapige 50-50.
Something happens.
Hapo no place wanaenda nazo. Kura zinabaiwa ma 50 bob maso. So hakuna Mkenya hapa atakuja kudanganya ati unajua mimi hamia. No, you are here for yourself.
Yeah.
Na leo ukilipwa utakuwa hiyo side nyingine. Ni venye tu uko hii side because hujalipwa na hujaka kwa hiyo meza. From the politicians all the way down.
But hata audience zetu siziko hivyo. Kuna watu wanakuambia we need nini. Ile siku utaka episode ya something very serious our watch.
Yeah.
Lakini ukiweka tu Steve Simple boy yako.
Sikia. Jana usiende mbali. Jana we had Ng'ang'a Muigai. We are talking about cyber crimes bill that has been signed into law. He's breaking it down why it is bad. You know how many people watching the live? 3,000 people. Then we finish with Ng'ang'a Muigai towards midnight something. So we start with Akina Natasha at around 1. We are finishing at 3 a.m. Bro, when we are finishing at 3 a.m., we have 20,000 people watching the live.
That is madness.
You're 3 a.m.
3 a.m. Because me, when I go, and he comes, 14,000 people? I'm like, yo, hii kitu iko correct ama YouTube. I'm like, because around that time sikuwa na kitu 2,000 narudi 1,000.
Yeah, because ni late.
It's late. And I understand sometimes you come to 500 people, but it's late to kienda mpaka 3-4 a.m. But you had people, when you're talking about cyber crimes,
which you expect now,
numbers.
Kenya should be watching.
Yeah, I'm like, this is what your life depends on for tomorrow. 3,000 people.
Yeah.
Reverend Natasha ameka hapo na husband wake. Watu wanataka mushene. Guy, 20,000 people were not sleeping, bro, at 3 a.m. looking at us like this. I was just like, so that's the way Kenyans are. What matters? Hata angalia campaigns. Wale mheshimiwa wanakam na glamour na nini na convoy na nini, watu wavamatisha na mmoja huu ni mwizi nini. Watu wakapo wewe wana dance, wanapatiwa pesa zao
wanasonga.
But wale wenye wana mean well, anafanya campaign peke yake, watu waendi.
Watu wataki kwenda.
Watu wamekuwa na shout all the time, wanasema President Ruto ni mbaya. State House inajazonga na mawe. See, every day the people in State House wamejam, ni teachers wamekuja, mara ni pastors, mara sijui ni majenzi, sijui wamepangwa sijui na kina nani wamekaa mpati wa mapikipiki, sijui nani, mara wasanii wa Kikuyu wameenda kuja. Like there's always people in State House and you're saying this person is bad. I'm like, stop pretending, man. Everybody's there for, kila mtu na mkono yake na mdomo yake na tumbo yake, so watu wapambane tu. Utapigwa bro, utapigwa risasi hapa na Wakenya watakwambia aki woye. Pole, but I have kids to raise. Namibia is a good idea.
Tuanze safari when.
No, at least you have a structure. Wacha nichukue 50 mic.
Uko na doa kwanza.
Yeah, tuchukue 50 mic. But tukiingia na Namibia na 50 mic.
Yeah.
Kwanza nenda nako iko crypto. tunainganga tu hizo dorime.
Na maybe tunaweza jenga kasiti ketu kadogo tu.
Yeah. With 50 mic.
Niliwaambia hata mkiandanga place kama ya kuna to think of new ideas. Replicate zilizokuwa tu hapa.
Replicate tu. You
club
can
unaweza tu
start.
bar next door. Yaani hata usifikirie mbali. Studio unaweza tu snowball. Restaurant ni samaki.
Of course, hapo tu.
Hapo unasema tu inaitwa fish.
Yeah, you can't reinvent the wheel and then you work with what is working.
Yeah.
You copy and paste.
But I know from next year it's about to get busy for podcasters. Hatuna bahati.
Tell me
No, we're gonna
about
make
it.
money. By then, musijaribu kuinterview watu bila do.
Bina, wewe unacharge how much?
I'll give you my red card.
Oh.
Politicians
Wait,
wanalipa
uko na
na
red card ya
500.
politician?
Yeah, politicians lipa 500. Where's my phone? Politicians pay 500. Business
Okay.
people pay 250. Yeah.
Wait, the people you have on your show, sometimes they pay you to be on the
Even
show.
more than that. If you are different level, you pay sometimes more. Kuna wengine nao walipangi. Unajua politicians pia wanakuwa very crafty. Bana wewe, mimi red card nini? We shika 200. But red card ya politicians on my podcast is 500 Gs. They have it.
And they pay?
Yeah.
Karen Nyamu paid?
I've said.
Joho paid?
I've said. Yeah.
Joho paid?
Yes, Joe paid.
Sonko paid?
Yes, Sonko paid. Yes, but hiyo time ya Sonko
Gloria.
ilikuwa 300. Time ya Sonko ilikuwa 300. So this is what I would say. So there are politicians that I look for. There are politicians that look for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when I look for you, you're going to
That's
pay me.
different.
You're going to pay me with whatever I need. Because, okay, don't get this twisted. Everything we do is transactional. Even this banter we have in here, relationships we have with the gate man, everything. Gate man anakufungulia gate na sababu. So everything we do is normally transactional. So anytime I sit down with a politician, if they reach out, it means they have an agenda. Anybody who sits in front of a microphone and a camera has an agenda. Where do they make their money? Whatever deals they do. Where do I make my money? By microphone. So why would you sit on my podcast for free? And this is where I'm going to pay these people with. And wewe umeenda huko na ukalipwa. So pay for the airtime. If you can't pay for the airtime, enda huko kwa hiyo TV ama kwingine ni sawa tu, but bado hujakaa hapa. But if I look for you,
It's different now.
now I need to pay you. I've actually paid some politicians. Yeah, I've paid
be on your
to
show.
come on the podcast. Yes, kuna mwingine nilipanga 150. Kuna mwingine nilipa 50. Kuna mwingine nilimwekea nini ya vijana wale kama mtana sema wewe upatia vijana wangu kitu. Yeah, so there are different
Identify
levels.
as a politician.
Yes,
nitafute.
There are different levels of politicians as well. Kuna ule akikana wewe kwa podcast bro, value anakupatia tu peke yake. So iko.
Gotcha.
Because also they pay when they go to these other TVs. Because I'm giving you an advert for 3 hours. Bro, that's an advert.
Yeah.
Or even
Unaambia
more,
wase-
depending na
How much?
Yes.
conversation yake inaenda aje, you
Amekapo
can
for
be
3
there.
hours anauza manifesto yake. So next year, by this for all podcasters, inafaa tukutane tukae chini tuongee. Tusifanye hizi kazi za nini bullshit. Politician nimekata, amekuja mic check, Chaxy amekalisha amempea chai. What's wrong with you? Yeah, you know, we are family. What do you mean we are family? You see, by the time these politicians are getting elected, they don't care about us, bro. They care about the numbers. You see the checkmates you have? That is where they will sit on this chair. Nata kusumbua. Atasema, wala wanakuwa na numbers. Wanaulizanga watu wao. Niende kwa podcast hapa nusiende hii kidogo nini. Let me tell you a story about Sonko. So when I used to shoot at Miale, a long time ago, the owner of Miale is a friend of mine. It's called John. So my nge tells me, maze, hujafikiria kuleta Sonko reni? Ni kama masi organize, maze, nimemtafuta sana maze. He calls Sonko. Ni aje bosi nini? Mambo poa nini? They talk. Maze, kuna hii podcast maze, Obinna nini, Obinna show live. Sonko akamwambia, bado kidogo. That was when I was starting nini. Sema bado kidogo, lakini itafika tu. Bro, when it got to the moment, he came. And we sat for over 3 hours.
Yeah, they know.
And he paid. Na si shilingi 2. So they look at you, they sit, and they come. So when they come, they have to pay. Pay for my time because we've built brands.
True.
Mic Check is a brand.
Yeah.
Then you are a brand, she's a brand, he's a brand. And that is why people watch this. So let them pay for your brand, for your time, what you've been building all these years. So akikama hapo. So MCS, my aspirants, wale whatever, wale wanataka kuriran, whatever, they'll be coming. Watakuwa na change hivi. Sit down with them. Lakini piga bila kitoka hapa, ka 50, ka 100, ka 20, provided ametoka kitu. Msifanye kazi ya kanisa maze. Mimi sifanyi kazi ya kanisa, niliachana nayo. Because kesho, mnakumbuka nikipatiwa ile nini ya sijui nilipe nini, sijui tuzime. There was some circular that happened. about YouTube, so we need to pay the government, do what.
Oh yeah. See taxes. Hata wao walikwambia ujaze ile form sijui ya nini.
Kwani where did you think it came from?
Politicians. Yeah, they're the ones who passed it.
This cyber crimes bill, who signed it into law? Politicians. Same people. So ukikaa hapa kama uko na agenda, lipia. Unless nimekutafuta nimesema huyo roba nakakuwa na vibe, wacha nilete roba. Then ndakuwa mimi nimetafuta roba nimwambia come to my podcast ni then atakam. So you I even need to pay her for her time. Yes, but ameniambia ni aje I want to come. Asemia utaniita, naambia ni sawa. Check WhatsApp nimekutumia red card sasa tuchangamke nikuweke lini?
Alafu ananyamaza.
Hii pesa ni mingi. No, kuna wengine wananyamaza wanasema hii pesa ni mingi, naambia utafika ngapi? But now we have a conversation. It's the same way me I MC for a living. You'll see me emceeing, you'll see me influencing, you'll see me hosting. That's what I do. That's my job. So respect my job. Ni ofisi tu. Pia mimi nangoja zangu pia. Si hatuna grants. You mko na grants?
Obinna amenufaisha. Akona red card ya politician. That is crazy.
No, that's you should.
Hebu ambia Omosha nsaidia na simu yangu ni kushow. Mimi red card ni 500, politicians ni 500, businessmen ni 250.
Omosha kwa hapa ama ni mcall?
Uko na namba Omosha? Piga hapo kwa gari I think hapo. Ndio Omosha buyo phone yangu. Let me show you. I have red card hapa. Patia mrembo alete because we visibility.
Hapa ndio unaona YouTube.
Omosha anapita rumbe la kamera.
Siko hivi alafu hapo chini unaona spike.
So thank you very much. Let me show you the red cards. Ndio hii hapa. Gallery. Aya. Boom. There you go. Aya ndio hii. So iko hapo.
OGA OBINNA.
Kwa nini?
Red card. Interview. This is 2025. So interviews on Obinna TV, politicians 500k, business people to 50k, platinum advertisement package per episode. So this is one mention, product placement, product sampling on the show. So the nili ya kawaida.
Yes.
150k. Gold advertisement package 100k. The advert will be played in the middle of the interview. OGA OBINNA teases into an ad record. So this inakuja nini?
Hiyo ni ile tu standard. But umeona ya politicians?
Nimeona.
Exactly.
So politicians ni standard whether ni presidential aspirant.
No. See standard. That's why nimesema it comes to the level. Hii ni entry level politician.
Okay.
Hii ni ama entry level. Hii ni ama MCA.
Must go akikuja.
Huyo na mita 10.
Roho tu safi.
Mita 10. And I'll just tell them straight. I mean I've said it before.
Oh wow.
Yes, because by the time I go and sit down with you like this, I'm like, because now for him, it equates to that value. It's not a lot of money. True. Then also the value I'll give you because the people will just sit down and listen. Did you see the interview for Igiji? How many people are watching it?
That was crazy.
About 40,000 people, 50,000 people at a given point watching the live.
Yeah.
I give you what these other TVs are not giving you.
Yeah.
That's a whole rally.
And in real time.
Whole rally, bro. And you have time kusema mpaka ikutoke. Sema, mimi nimekana kusikiza niko tu sita kuinterrupt. Mimi si watu wa media. No, but mheshimiwa you know.
Jua mtu wa media pia anaongeleshwa kwa masikio.
Muulize. We are going for an ad break. Wrap it up. No, mimi ndo nasema ad break inaenda. Sasa mimi hapo we sema ishe because sasa umelipia time yako. We ongea then next Chaxy ataongea, next Maria ataongea. Wacha wa Kenya wajiamulie. Mimi kazi yangu siku kukampenia. Nakatu na wewe unakupea time ujiongee. Yebo. So red card venim. Nyamuna
kuna red card lakini hatuna politicians.
You need to have. Kwa mnalipishanga aje? Mnafuata nyuma kwa gari msema mheshimiwa. Kuna bwana Mwass ako huko, Mwass ako na kinya zake pale kwa parking. Mwass usituache hivyo basi.
Ona hata tuna nguo.
Mosquitoes, man. So when you have, the good thing about red card, this is what it does. It gives you structure.
Yeah.
So when the show is over, the politicians knows I've paid for this time and this is what I've paid is. So whatever they decide to do after that is normally above and beyond. Sasa yanasema watu wako ni watu wangapi? Venye Songo alikama akasema watu wapange line kila msee tao tatu lakini baada amelipia interview venye inafaa. So tumemaliza. So tukisema Obinna ananikubalia mafuta ka 50 nini whatever ama $500 $200 whatever it is. That is at your discretion. But kampuni umelipia for the ad that tumekupatia advertisement. So it avoids mwesh mazee nimekuinterview mazee na umetuacha tu hivyo. So ile bad blood mimi nitakuwa nayo nimeka nao mwesh alafu ametuacha hivyo. It's out of the way. It's just business. Then also for all the fans who are following me, it's just business. Nimekana mwesh ilikuwa tu biashara. Nikakana ule ni biashara. Mimi si support huyu si support ule. Ule nda support nimemwambia ni Babu Owino. Huyo nimeshasema tu huyo naye hata asili. Huyo
red card umesema ni high five.
Yes. Huyo hata ameshakam sijaimuitisha anything. Hata nikienda campaign yake sitamuitisha hata staki. But yeye ananiambia bro mazee wacha ni nunulie watu wako. Wananiambia patia Omosh atawapatia lakini mimi no. Sawa. Why? Because I like you and I know who you are. And I know you're rough around the edges, but that is what reality is. That's what reality is. There's no politician who is innocent. Me, I'm very clean, you know. Me, hey, bro. The things they do to get those seats. But me, I like someone who's real. Be real with me, niambie ni aje. I'll identify with you. Yes, so, mambo ni kama hayo. Choni kufanya interviews are free.
Haya,
Munaangusha kampuni.
Tuonane mwisho tena when next.
Kwani mko na maswali?
Mbona tukuuliza
What's wrong with these people? Okay, what? Okay, mbona ulinivite? Check you mzee.
Nilikulipisha.
This politician.
Businessman sikuna red card.
But busy businessman in this podcast sijauza anything. But well guys. Nimeweka pombe kwa meza. Pombe hata na
yangu kama period unapenda kuroll sana.
Anyway.
It's fine.
Nimechoka.
But I mean next time unaniita hapa, nataka mu research. Mko na maswali. Mnaambia Obinna, question number 1. Obinna, munieke kwa noma venye wase wa online media unieka kwa noma kwa red carpet. Nimezoea nimuuliza, what can you say about Steve Simple Boy? Niko like, Steve Simple Boy pia kwende. Oi! Kesho. Obinna talks about and then now mimi niko tu hapo yeah. But hapa nafika mnakaa tu. Najibonga.
Si ndio?
Najibonga.
Ongea kutoke.
Bana nichekelea.
Ongea. Hapa
Kwangu
ongea. 1 minute. Sawa.
Inaisha in 1 minute.
Kadi imejaa.
Kadi kuna 1 minute.
Unajazanga hizi makadi.
Kila siku. Hata last time
Kujaza baby.
Mostly ni vile yani dark skin so unajua ile it's yani hapa kama
no, why are we being racist?
80 GB.
No, why are we being racist? So dark
Funny outro before kadi. Anyway, OGA OBINNA episode 308 we are
Mic check.
Over 26. This is the Baga Podcast.
This is the Brunch Club.
Over 26. Welcome back to
The mics are closed.
Now, when you watch it, you'll understand.